Not too frequently.
Yeah, them boys is back. Woo!
Did I tell you I want to quit my job, bro?
V N APE.
I'm going to quit my fucking job. I'm going to be
It's
a
about
goddamn
time.
self-help coach for OnlyFans models.
Mm-hmm.
Get a bunch of side gigs going there.
Yeah.
I always thought I should be a fucking self-help coach, bro. You know, you remember that motivational speech I gave people in the podcast? I don't know if you saw that. One time I gave people this extremely...
For people who are depressed.
Oh, it was great, you know.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Telling people that there are people like them, that you're not special.
No, I was telling them, look, if you're depressed right now, right? If you feel like your life is shit, if you feel like it's all going downhill, just know there's a lot of people that feel that way, bro. And the truth is,
gonna make them feel better, is
and
it?
the truth is, you kind of fucking suck. Be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not. What is really you're a copy?
Real nihilistic of you, Abe. Come on.
No, it's not. No, not me. I'm doing great. I'm not one of them. No.
But you want people to be nihilistic?
No, I want them to. Well, I mean, they should be, because they're you know, they feel their life has no meaning, right? And so they're kind of right.
Yeah.
Because their life doesn't have. I mean, if you don't know why the fuck you're living, you are a nihilist. Okay, if you don't know why the fuck you're alive and what the fuck you're planning on doing,
we shouldn't guide them towards that way either.
Wait, guide them towards what?
More nihilism.
Well, no, I'm just telling them who they are.
Maybe let's try to help them get out of that fucking...
That's right. The first step is admitting it. You're fucked. You fucked up, kid. You know.
Yo, pass the blunt, bro. Guys, welcome
There's
to another
like
episode
a
of V N APE.
static or something here. Is that our audio that we're hearing, or?
Serious?
Yeah, it was like a high pitch squeak sound from the whatever the fuck.
We'll be right back.
But we do have a guest, you know.
He goes by Alejandro.
Perfect.
That's his name, guys.
Perfect.
He's a fucker that
Well, that's a great way to introduce it, man. And
he's a little fucker.
yeah.
He's one of my friends that I've known for quite some time
Well, you
now.
gotta know a guy if you introduce him as a little fucker. I mean, that's...
Who's had some interesting views in recent times.
And that's what we love here at the V N APE podcast. We love, we're all about the same thing that Alejandro wants, and that's diversity.
So it's good to have you, bro.
Yeah, bro, thank you. And always a pleasure to be here, I guess, yeah.
It's an honor, you know.
It's an honor, dog. It is the 100th episode, Abe. First of all,
Lit.
It's
This is
crazy.
a special edition of the V N APE
Can't believe
podcast.
we're here, Abe. Just give me a quick dab, brother.
Absolutely.
We're here, dog.
Absolutely.
100 episodes in. Anybody who's ever listened, checked us out, supported us, any type of anything, fucking...
Why?
Why?
You know what I mean?
And
Just why
thank
the
you.
fuck are you here?
Why and thank you.
I appreciate you.
Seriously. Anyway, back to the show. Yeah. What do you guys want to start off with?
Well, I want to start off getting to know some of Alejandro's ideas here, right?
First of all, where are you from? Let the people know.
Mostly just from Miami area. Hialeah, I was raised. Miami,
Who? H-Town.
Miami, I was born in downtown Miami, and I've been in Hialeah ever since. I was thinking even before we started, I was like, no, we dodged the bullet by not
Kind of literally.
No, we did.
By not electing this female. We dodged the big bullet, because right now I feel like since now we're supposed to be at, like, so imagine if we had that lady and Kamala in office.
Well, that would have been...
You think it would have been worse?
border.
You think it would have been worse?
Well, of course. What are you talking about? I'm saying we dodged the bullet.
No, I agree.
Imagine.
I just know she would have twerked at the State of the Union address. Come on now, bro.
Imagine if she would have gotten elected, bro.
She would have twerked.
Not even that, my nigga. Biden is sick, dog.
Biden.
This whole time.
Biden set us back, bro. A lot.
Bro.
If it would have been Trump instead of Biden, we would have been right now different.
I'll tell you what, bro. The fact of the matter is this. Kamala was giving Biden lap dances when he was fucking comatose, and we all fucking know it, alright?
Let's smash Kamala.
Of course. Why the fuck not, right?
You wouldn't smash Kamala,
Why
bro?
not?
You wouldn't smash Kamala?
Why not?
Are you okay, bro?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you smash Kamala?
Yeah, you're looking at us like we discuss bestiality
For
right now.
real.
You know, we're just talking about.
This is low level shit.
I'm trying to talk about the political shit. I'm not trying to talk about no weird
Should
shit.
let's talk about political shit, bro.
what do you wanna- yeah,
Should
let's go.
bestiality be legal, bro?
That's the weird shit I don't want to talk about, my brother.
That's political, bro. Yeah, there's important policies that we're setting in place here.
Somebody
right?
has to say
Are you
that.
gonna let some guy go over there buy a cow and just
What I
fuck
was
that
saying
thing?
is that we dodged a bullet because imagine if we would have gotten Kamala, all the bullshit. Like I see like places like in Michigan, Dearborn or whatever the hell it's called, that town full of Muslims with the Sharia law, doing
That is
call
pretty
to
wild.
prayers, doing call to prayers.
Uh-huh.
3 or 4 times a day. I don't know, like
I
at
think
least
they do
3 times
5.
a day.
I think it's 5.
I think it's 5. I've heard 5. That they have it on the loudspeakers, and at 5 in the morning,
Are
that
you
shit's
can
already
hear
waking you up.
us?
And imagine if you were not Muslim living in that town. It's like you
Where
can't.
is this at?
This is in Michigan and Dearborn.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That sounds like it fucking sucks.
And then you see them in the middle of the street praying, like, and then you see that the traffic.
The most Muslims live there.
I don't know if it's the most, but they have a
assuming it's
very
a
high
huge-
concentration.
That's
right
like
there.
Hialeah for Muslims, right? That's like
Pretty
the
much.
the Muslim
You
Hialeah.
see, look, this is something that I was thinking about a lot.
Yeah.
The reason why a lot of times the Hispanics are much more welcome is because we're already Christians. So we
True.
like assimilate into the society very.
That's a good man.
You don't see a lot.
Sure.
If you think
To a
about
degree,
it,
to a
Yeah,
degree,
I mean,
because there are a lot of there are a lot of countries where the Christianity, the breed of Christianity that comes there is very different. There's
Right.
even some place like in some parts of Mexico they'll even like mix up their Christianity with like brujeria shit, like death worship. But in general, I agree that there is a Christian influence that
at least when the Hispanics are coming over here, a lot of Hispanics be.
I mean, versus Muslims.
it's
of
a greater
course.
approximation
Look,
to the
yeah.
culture that we already have.
exactly. It I feel like for the most part, it complements the culture. Because why? Because Christian background, okay.
Right, the Christian
A
background
lot
is
of
there.
Hispanics also tend to have higher European ancestry, which is what the United States has. A lot of people, the majority here,
Yeah.
the old school Americans have, they come from Europe. All these Irish and Germans. So then a lot of these Hispanics have high European ancestry, and they're almost indistinguishable from your typical. A lot of times these Cubans, we have Cuban friends
Right.
that a lot of times look indistinguishable from your typical white American. Like you can't even tell them apart.
Well, they're just Spaniards.
They're Spaniards, yeah. Son españoles, gallego,
So yeah, there's a lot of that.
Sure.
and they come from a Catholic background or whatever.
Oh yeah,
So
the
that's
Spaniards.
much better than what you see in Dearborn, where those people are from these third world countries.
Well, it's a lot more
that-
distant. It's a lot more distant.
Yeah, we're
culture.
not used to
Arab,
that type of-
They don't. Those cultures don't.
I mean, there's some serious differences in terms of like the ethics of
Those
Christianity.
cultures aren't compatible. They take over the whole town, and then all the elected officials are Muslim.
Well,
the
Sharia
police
law is their
officers.
goal. That's their goal. Is Sharia law. That's what they want.
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't agree with Sharia law, obviously.
No, who the fuck wants that?
Yeah.
What's the point of a constitution if
Once you
that's where
have
you're going?
once you have 5 times call to prayers, you can't live like that.
If
And
you're-
then those people do business only amongst themselves, right? So
I mean, it's only bad because it's like kind of being forced down your throat. Like if they were
Oh,
just
it will be.
No, I'm saying if they were just being open Muslims and just like not forcing shit.
Yeah,
like,
but I
doing
mean,
shit
listen, bro, if you're a Muslim,
they don't
Sharia,
force you, but it's like if damn near they force you because when they're
what are you about to say? Sharia law is what? About a what?
Sharia law is
It's part of-
is force. It is force. I mean, the way Sharia law is a way it's a way of subverting every other nation and converting it into your shit. At first you show up and you're like, no, we just want to hang out. We just want to be, just here. Just let us do our thing, right? And then it moves on a little bit from that to, hey, how are you? Oh, you believe in Christ?
oh,
You believe in
that's
Jesus?
until they become the majority. Once they become the majority,
Then it switches.
then they switch off.
Yeah.
those people are ruthless.
That's-
First, in the beginning, once they're the minority,
Yeah, but
they act harmless. Like
That's
not
the
gonna-
religion, though. That's how it works.
That's not gonna fly anywhere though in the States.
Well, it's flying in a lot of places.
It's
It
flying
flew,
in
it
a
flew
lot of
into the
places.
World Trade Center. I'll tell you that much.
This guy. It's not gonna like that. What's that place you said? Michigan?
Dearborn, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
Michigan.
like they're not. They're obviously pushing it. They're pushing their buttons by like fucking doing that prayer shit every like fucking 5 a.m. or
Nah,
whatever.
but let's see how long it lasts.
That would already be a red flag. I'll be like, what the
No,
fuck?
Trump has talked a lot about a Muslim ban. He's talked a lot about that.
Right.
Nah, you don't gotta ban it, but you don't
No,
just
Trump has talked a lot about that. He
ban regarding banning people or banning the.
banning the religion, like banning Florida. As a matter of fact, I was seeing online today that
Yeah, they should ban Sharia
they
law.
banned in Florida Sharia
They should
law.
ban. They should
Well,
ban.
you
They're
can
not
ban-
gonna allow Sharia law in Florida.
Well, it's already first of all, there should be no debate. It's already illegal under the Constitution because one of the
Yeah.
things we have is the first fucking amendment. It was the first thing they wrote down.
Yeah, so
The first thing that we wrote down was you can't fuck around and tell people no, you can't, have your own religion.
yeah.
You can't, decide for other people whether or not they can discuss certain things. They can discuss it. The first thing they want to do is get rid of that.
Yeah, but those guys in Michigan are they considered breaking the law?
What? No, I don't necessarily. I can't necessarily make that claim.
No,
It's
you
not
have
like.
to.
Because they're
Talk to
being
the
they're being
Attorney General.
extremely open
Right.
about it. I get it,
But
but
the point. But
They're
Sharia
pushing their
law.
boundaries for sure.
they're pushing the boundaries.
But Sharia law is unconstitutional.
Sure, but I'm saying just the
But
simple,
I don't think they're what is unconstitutional about it. They're not forcing anybody to partake in that.
Well,
but
Sharia law.
they are playing
Yeah, it's like if they're imposing it on the inhabitants but not forcing them.
it's propaganda.
The point of Sharia law is for it to be an actual law. And
That's their plan.
and where you're not gonna have that right? So it is unconstitutional because it would replace the Constitution because you can't. If the Quran says you can't, say some fucked up shit about Muhammad, but the First Amendment says you can.
It's like we're living in dual laws, like
Yeah,
the
it's-
laws of this country and then the laws of them.
Right, it's a
If
contradiction.
if we were to live in one of those cities or towns,
Yeah.
I don't think so, bro. I'm pretty sure if I said something about Muhammad there, if I made a joke, none's
About
gonna happen.
Muhammad there?
Yeah,
it
none's gonna
depends.
happen.
It depends.
Yeah, I don't agree with you.
Come on, Abe.
I think that's bullshit.
I
There's
think-
some
I
people
think
that
that's
get
not
really
bullshit.
mad.
That is
I
not
swear.
true.
A lot
Come
of people
on,
will
bro.
get
You're not
mad.
gonna
What
pull
are
up
you
to a
getting
place
arrested
where-
for? What are you getting arrested for?
No, not arrested. You're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, I meant just law.
No, that you'll get fucked up, dumped.
Oh, for that for sure. I'm not disagreeing with that. I thought y'all meant like I'm gonna get arrested and they're gonna like fucking I'm gonna do a fuck time for that or whatever.
I mean, the cops there might start fucking with you.
okay.
They might not arrest you until they have like a reason or some shit.
Until a
They
reason,
might
but
like
yeah.
provoke you, be like, hey, what you
They
doing?
might arrest you for a hate crime.
Oh, hey,
That's
For
not-
real? They
nah.
might arrest you for a hate crime for real.
well, what
A
hate
lot of those
crime?
cops are talking shit about Islam and all that shit. And a lot of those cops are
That's not a law though.
Yeah, bro.
a hate crime.
Where is a hate crime a law? That's against the First Amendment already.
You could say
If
anything
they
you
got
want.
that, then then
No, like
The
if you
only
were
thing
to
you
fight
can't
somebody
say is if
saying
you
racial
incite-
slurs, and if you were to fight somebody, then they'll be like, "Oh, that dude did it."
Yeah, but you already did an action.
yeah,
The fighting. That's what you'd be arrested for, if anything. And then they would try to pin it and like, oh, that was like.
But no, Sharia law is not compatible with the West
no,
at all.
Of course.
no.
it
But then
isn't,
look
bro.
at England. Look at England right now. Look at Ireland.
Yeah.
Look at
Bro,
Germany,
aren't
France.
they already
But
starting?
neither is Christian nationalism, by the way, because it also wants to subvert the Constitution. That's the first thing it wants.
Anything that
Christian nationalists is basically just saying that they want the government and the church to unite.
yeah that
Into one.
Right, they
that
want to get
destroys
rid of
the
it.
Constitution.
And what a secular society would be like, what we live in right now.
It bans everything.
Well,
like,
we got it at the beginning when the country was founded. I know that
Yeah.
people like Nick Fuentes are going to disagree with that, but that's just bullshit.
yeah.
You know.
So you agree with that, or you don't agree? You don't think that in every single school we should do Bible study, and
I
Hell
don't think
no.
that.
and
Hell
you don't think
no.
that
Fuck
that the
no.
Christians should be like in every single school?
Hell no.
That they
No?
should be.
Do you think that they should be or they
What
shouldn't
do
be?
you mean they should be? I mean, they should be allowed to be there just like everybody
No,
else.
but I'm saying like you don't believe in that whole.
He feels like
Christian
implementing
nation.
more Christian things into schools. I think.
No, I don't think the state should be implementing religious
No?
things. No.
Hell no.
Okay,
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
I'm not.
Why?
I'm not a.
Sometimes I think that it would be much better than the indoctrination that you see in the youth. Like, think about it. What's so bad about
What
it?
indoctrination, though?
What do you mean with
Well, of
indoctrination?
course I agree that it's
All
much
the
better than that.
LGBTQ and all of the left wing, all of these kids, once they leave high school and once they're already in college and university, all of those kids are Democrats, bro. A lot of the ones that are the Republicans are the blue collar workers that skipped out on all of that.
College
Yeah.
What, in order to not live that life, you must be a Christian or have some type of
No,
religion?
what I'm trying
Well-
to say is that these kids all get indoctrinated with all of that left-wing propaganda that, in my opinion, isn't too good.
Okay.
Right?
Well, no, I agree with
LGBTQ and all of that being way too,
Right, the woke shit, yeah.
I
yeah,
agree.
the woke. Yeah, it would be what you would replace the woke shit for the
if I had
for
have
the
an
Bible
option,
studies
if
and
If I had to pick one, of course.
obviously,
exactly.
bro.
So why wouldn't you pick it? You see?
Because I don't think that those are the options that we
Well,
have.
right
available.
now those are our options.
Bullshit.
Right now those are some of the.
Are you
options.
saying hypothetically, like if we had those two options, like if it was only
I
up
would
to
take
those,
no. If it was between those two, if it was between this Marxist bullshit that we have in the schools,
the woke,
Right.
the woke.
Yes,
Right.
If it's between those two, obviously we'd go with.
I made it
Then
three.
why wouldn't you pick it already?
Then you're asking me why
because
wouldn't I
because
pick,
it's a
A
false
lot of
dichotomy.
times, bro, you don't remember when Kamala, they were having a speech with Kamala, and then somebody was saying, Christ is Lord, Jesus Christ, and then she said, oh, y'all at the wrong rally. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
And then Trump was talking about her like, oh,
Yeah.
she is the biggest enemy of. Dog, that's crazy, bro. We dodged a bullet with that lady, bro. Can you believe somebody that says that about God? She doesn't believe in God. She doesn't
Me
care about
neither.
none of that.
I don't believe in God either.
You?
I don't believe in God.
I'm agnostic.
Y'all tripping.
He's I don't know. He's a closeted atheist or some shit, or he's a closeted Christian. I'm not sure which one.
I'm agnostic.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. You believe in God?
Yeah, I believe in God.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that's like the.
You don't know.
Well, to you, it's probably common sense to believe in God. I mean, how
It
the
says,
fuck did
it
you?
says since my background, like since I was a kid, they've always had God in my ear.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's just something you've always heard.
with the Jehovah's Witness. It's something that has been a part of my life.
Did you grow up Jehovah's Witness?
My family used to take me to church, Jehovah's Witness. They
Oh, you used to go to church a lot?
not a lot, but I used to go to church a couple of times for sure.
Okay.
And I'll do a lot of Bible studies with my cousin in my house,
Okay.
and all of that, and with my aunt. Pero man,
But let me
I
be
like
clear.
that. I like that. Let me tell
You
you.
like the idea?
I like all of that.
Do you like mandating it
You mean like obligating that?
by law, legally forcing people to adopt the
Not
religion?
by
and facing
law,
the
but like there
consequences?
are a lot of societies that are like that. Like in
But what's
South
better
Af-
than the States, though?
what's better
We
than
have
the
it
States?
the best here. Like right now, what we're living in present time, what is better than that?
Yeah,
There's
but
nothing.
there could always be better.
No, they
could
can't.
always, yes,
no,
they
they
could.
can't, bro. No, they can't.
No, they
Wait,
can't.
what are
And
you
we're
guys
not
talking
even,
about?
and we're not even the best that it could be. This country could be better.
I'm saying the way our country is set up
It
right
could be
now,
better.
the Constitution, how everything is ran.
Well, I think the Constitution
Is
a
perfect, right?
It's a beautiful document.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's how we.
I can't say that.
Tell me something that's wrong with it.
Well, I can't. The reason I say I can't say that is because it's not like I fucking memorized the document or like.
Yeah,
Well,
me
for the
neither.
most part,
I
Abe, you
rused
get.
every-
I'm not saying to be a fucking, but I'm saying for the most part, the way you're living right now in present times,
Yeah,
would you
think that
disagree?
do you think that this is the best outcome? I mean, this is the best country in the world, economically speaking, but there are a lot of people that would debate you and say that.
Regarding
Now,
other
there's other
times in
countries.
All the
life,
communists would disagree instantly.
Regarding-
there's a lot of people that have better quality of life in other
bro,
places.
versus other times in
That's
life.
yeah. The communists 100% would tell you like, oh, you need free healthcare.
What other time in history was better than how
Nah,
the
this is-
freedoms we have
Nah,
now?
this is the best time for sure. You're right about that.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you might have seen some amazing events back then that we missed on.
Yeah, but I think we're more getting at like what direction the country should go into.
But what are you talking about? When you say better, it depends how you ask that question.
I'm
A lot of
saying we
people would
should-
say that,
we should
that
keep
right
it
now it's
how
not
it
better.
is.
A lot of people say that back then it was better. A lot of people say that.
Back when?
Maybe like the post World War II, like 50s and the 60s.
I mean, but that
Before
was
the 80s.
that was the economic boom after
Once
World
it was
War
the
II.
80s, once it got to the 1980s, that's when globalism really hit hard. And shit started, and multiculturalism started taking more in effect, and then everything, Started getting fucked up little by little.
The subversion in the U.S., yeah, it started a long time ago. I mean, the 60s was when it became most rampant.
After World War II, since we came out one of the victors, it's like it just boomed the economy.
Yeah.
It was inevitable.
Also, when the American dream was most possible, when you could work at a factory and maintain a wife, have a kid and a car and a house.
You mean regarding
the American
economically,
dream.
just those times?
Those times were really good, and also in those times, the United States was more.
You're saying the
homogenous.
average.
You know what I mean?
The average
not
citizen could
not
just
only
live
was
good.
it better economically, but that was before the mass immigration. So that's when the society was more.
This guy's anti-immigration.
Now the thing that happens.
You're anti-immigration.
Only when it's not controlled. The illegal immigration, I am.
You're against illegal immigration?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
What do you
me
mean?
too.
Why? Me too. Of course.
You're against legal immigration too?
Illegal.
Illegal.
No, I said legal.
Legal?
Yeah, I'm asking you legal.
Oh no, legal. Yeah.
You're fine with that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I just
But
wanted to see if it was extreme.
But, I mean, also, like, what you legalize in terms of immigration should not be stupid, right? You should not fucking legalize so that, you're pouring 3 million people into the country every year or some shit like that.
They don't do that
But
legally.
they don't do that.
They don't do
Well,
that
I'm
legally.
not saying that. I'm saying that they shouldn't do that.
Of course.
Yeah,
I'm,
they
we're-
don't do
I'm-
that right now.
But now what they do is they just allow, sometimes they just allow a shitload of people to come through and say, fuck it. Or give, millions of people that came in illegally the path to citizenship very easily.
But now
They've done that more than once in the past.
100%.
Because we switch our leadership frequently, right? We got 4 years for president, maybe 8,
if
depending
we
on.
get another Republican for this next election is when
Yeah.
we'll really, because right now
I think we might be cooked, dog.
For the
I don't think so. I think Marco Rubio, JD
Hell
Vance.
no.
A
Hell
lot of people
no.
talking about Rubio as a good candidate.
Hell no.
Even I would vote for him, to be
you
honest.
guys are
Hell.
talking about for the presidency.
Yeah.
Hell to
for-
the no.
We gotta already start talking about that
Marco
because
Rubio and JD Vance?
damn dog. Hey, listen, that's something that we already have to start thinking about because Trump is not gonna get no third term, even though I would support that, but he's not gonna get
Oh,
no.
I definitely would not.
He's not getting a third term,
I
nerd.
would
What are you
support-
talking about?
He's not gonna get no third term.
What's wrong with you? You believe that?
No, I don't believe.
No,
that.
he says he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying that Marco Rubio is good. I would
Hell
pick
no.
Marco Rubio over JD Vance for sure.
What the fuck?
For sure. I don't
Why
like
Marco
JD Vance that
Rubio?
much, dog, you know? I don't like JD Vance that much, dog. And neither does Nick Fuentes,
Is
to
it
be honest.
is it the pictures of him when he was fat?
Yo,
No, it's not
those
that.
meme
Of course
photos.
not. Of
Is
course
that what
not.
fucks with you? Because
no.
it fucks with me, bro.
No, I don't care about none of that.
Hey, that shit keeps me up at night, bro.
I don't care about none of that.
The meme photos are hilarious, dog.
That is
I
intimidating.
don't like
Where
JD
is-
Vance. I hope that he doesn't even try to become president, dog.
I mean, they say
I just hope that it's Marco Rubio and then what other Republican could be there.
Why him though?
What you mean? Who else is it gonna be?
We could have Ron Paul with
He
his
already tried to
stroke.
be president. He's right there. He's Secretary of State. The guy's on point. And then I don't know.
I want to get back to the situation in the 50s when you were talking about, because it's true, the U.S. did have a huge economic boom in the 50s after the Second World War was over.
Yeah.
Of course, we won the Second World War. A lot of things changed. And the Soviet Union was a huge part of the fucking pressure that was being placed on the U.S. because we were the top dogs against communism. 100%.
Swag.
But then what happened was you ended up with China opening up. And when China opened up, they said, we got 1 point something billion motherfuckers here that we can pay them dog shit. No minimum wage in this bitch. We can fucking make concentration camps because we're fucking communists. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
And they just did that. And they could make the same shit that we made here way cheaper. Way fucking cheaper.
I mean, it's how we live.
And so, I mean, when that level of competition arises, what are you going to do? Are you going to, like, eliminate trade with China?
Because of your ethical...
That's a bad idea.
Your ethical...
Are you going to... I mean, because what's going to happen is the price of shit is going to go down. And if you make the same thing in the United States, it's going to be more expensive. So people aren't going to be buying it. If you got spoons and they're of the same quality... Right, which of course in China, I mean, people say made in China, they're like, oh, this guy is...
But that... China and the U.S. doing that started then?
Well, it started... No, it started way after that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the 50s was a period of a huge economic boom.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Right, that was post World War II.
And that was when Make America Great Again. That's something that, so you're saying that, oh, the society's good right now. The society's good right now, but what do you mean the society's so good right now? If right now, it's so hard to afford a home. Anybody that is able to afford a home right now that's around our age, 28, 30, 32, they buy a home, but they're putting themselves in extreme debt.
I just meant more freedom-wise.
There's nothing. It's like people don't own anything now. They want you to own nothing and be happy.
Oh, they definitely want that.
They for sure want that.
Klaus Schwab is...
Because there is not enough land for everybody. That's the truth.
Klaus Schwab would love for everybody
There's
to
not
own
enough
nothing and
people.
be
If you
happy.
think about it, the American dream is to have a family, a wife, a nice little car, and a house.
That
a
would-
plot of land with
All that is possible.
And a plot of land with a little to cut your grass
There's
and
nothing
your
stopping you from
garage.
doing
Okay,
that.
but think
There's
about it
nothing
if
stopping
you
you from
were
doing
to
that.
have to give that to everybody.
But why do you think the economic
bro.
boom ended?
Hard to say, to be honest.
Because, I mean, we were homogenous in the 30s and we had the Great Depression.
Yeah, but there's always going to be events that are bad.
Of
But what I'm
course.
saying is that quality of life, a lot of times, like, I don't know, man.
My idea is basically that after we won World War II, we ended up becoming the world's currency.
Yeah,
We
the biggest superpower, yeah.
Yeah, and the U.S. dollar was literally, I mean, it was the legit exchange currency worldwide. So everything was backed by the dollar at this point. And of course we won the war. We didn't have the competition from a country like China, which had 4 times our population.
Germany got knocked out as a big competitor.
Germany-
Germany would have been like number 1.
What do those
Japan would have been another big one. But now all of those got...
Japan too.
All of those got... The U.S. took number 1 spot. But what I'm trying to say is that...
what did the U.S. do when they took gold out of the
When they got rid of the gold standard?
when they got rid of the gold
That was
standard?
Richard Nixon in
I think
1971,
that was in the
I
70s,
think.
bro.
That was in 71,
Why
I
do
think.
people? I always hear people saying that that was considered bad or
That was
something.
bad because now it's like the gold is not backed by anything. Back then, at least the gold was backed, the money, the currency, the USD was backed by something physical, which was the gold. Now it's not backed by anything.
Well, this is why you can print a shitload of money. Like what happened during the Great Depression when it started was like a bunch of people went to the banks because they were freaking out. They were like,
What
"Holy
was the
shit."
gold standard? The gold standard was that they would only print out as much money as gold that they would have in the bank or something
It
like
would
that.
just be that the money would be backed by gold, and
But-
so there was a time
okay,
where you
yeah.
could go into the bank and the money that you had would literally be a receipt for the amount of gold that you have. So you
now
could.
it's not backed by anything.
It's bad. I mean, it's. How do you put it? You could call it fiat, right? And so basically, it's just money that we print it. What it's backed by is just the fact that we fucking trust it.
Yeah.
And so, like, the amount of printing is the problem that a lot of people have. Like, libertarians, like Ron Paul, he has a serious issue with all of this money printing. Because, of course, it devalues the currency.
Yeah.
So his whole thing is, like, we got to stop fucking around with that. We need to go back to the gold standard. I don't know how the gold standard... This is why I mentioned the Great Depression, because what happened in the Great Depression was we were under a gold standard, and everybody rushed to the bank at the same time. But, of course, the banks never have 100% of the money that everybody has deposited in there
Right.
all at once. They couldn't give everybody all their gold. People freaked the fuck out. Shit tanked. If you had fiat, you could have printed more money and got your way out of that.
Oh, damn, that is true.
But that wasn't possible at that time.
Right.
But still, they always take it too far, don't they?
But it's more risky with the fiat shit.
They fucking print as much as they want.
As they want.
And
That's
they
the
never
problem.
they never reduce. They never deflate. They always inflate. Japan was one of the only countries that deflated because they needed to. Their economy boomed afterward. Right. Very economically libertarian economy was Hong Kong before China took over it again, and they were doing great economically.
It was a libertarian.
Economically.
Economically, got it.
Yeah, they really didn't have any. I mean, you could trade, imports, exports. Everything was extremely low, taxes on everything. I mean,
Damn.
yeah, so they really became a hub for,
This country's a business.
yeah.
That's why they're not gonna do that, because they make money off of all of that shit.
Oh, of course.
So this country's a business.
Damn, guys, I gotta take a piss, though.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Do it. Should I stop it?
Nah, bro, let's keep going. Fuck it.
Do you guys want to take a break or anything?
All right, fuck it. Let's take a break.
Take a quick break.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
We back. How about you stop sugarcoating shit and keep it a buck about how you feel about shit, alright, little bro? Little bro? We back on, baby. So what's up? Now y'all niggas want to be quiet?
Motherfucker, you couldn't have waited till I finished this bullshit.
I didn't know you were texting, bro.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about how you think white people are the greatest.
No, man. I was saying about... We're talking about South Africa and post-apartheid. We were talking about how South Africa is 30 years ahead of the United States.
In what way?
And 30 years...
In what way?
In what way? In the way that if we keep on letting it with the mass migration and the Americans, the real Americans, are gonna become a minority.
But you said...
And once that happens, then we're gonna live how South Africa lives. South Africa, I love looking into that because that's a great model of what any European country could be if the Europeans stop being the majority.
But you said
And
South
that's
Africa was 30 years ahead.
In the way that this country is
In the direction that we're heading,
yeah, in the
you're
direction
saying?
that we're in with the
Okay.
multiculturalism and all of that.
Wow, there's a lot of cultures and they accept all type of people, open borders, such
because
a...
the people that started South Africa, the country, are not the majority anymore. You know?
I'm sure that happens to a lot of places.
What happens
though,
is
right?
that there's heavy discrimination. A lot of people are saying that post-apartheid is actually worse than how it was back then with apartheid, you know? I feel like it
I have
is.
no
I feel
idea.
like it is, to be honest.
Well, look, I'm not as informed in terms of like what's happening. I've read all the reports about the murders.
There's heavy
of,
discrimination against the Afrikaners, which is the former Dutch, and anybody that's not.
Yeah, when it was under British rule.
Yeah,
Oh, are you talking about... Are those the guys that are on fucking concerts talking about kill white people?
yes, kill the Bauer, kill the
that-
farmer.
That random ass dude that was... I seen
Yeah.
that shit, bro.
You see,
That is base as fuck.
that's
bro.
crazy, bro. And they have hundreds of
Didn't
laws.
Trump talk about that?
They have hundreds
I think
of
that-
racial laws where they don't allow
But this is recently,
certain.
right?
They don't allow certain citizens. They don't allow the Afrikaners or the whites of South Africa to go to some universities and to go to some places.
Wait, so you're saying the U.S. is going to become like that?
And no, not the U.S., but in the direction we're going. Like, for example, if we would have had Kamala, oof, we would have been close as fuck.
I
We
do
would've-
think she would have been twerking, dog.
if we would have not had Trump, Trump has already deported 2 million.
Trump could have made her twerk.
Yeah, but Trump's not fucking God either, bro. Like,
No, I know, but
Like, he fucking-
he's trying. I gotta give it to
Like,
him.
what's some bad things from Trump? Let's see.
That he kissed the wall.
Well, the Epstein list is... The,
Yo,
the
don't even talk about
situation-
Epstein. I don't know why people talk about that. I feel like that's
What?
hella dumb, bro.
What?
How is that hella dumb?
No, because that's like... Even Trump was saying the other day,
That
like,
is
you
the
guys are still
biggest-
talking about that? Like, yo,
Yeah, I
for
think
real,
he's a-
like,
he's
drop
He's
that.
a dickhead for that.
That
Let's
is-
keep it real. It's
that-
funny, but like he's actually in the
I
wrong.
know,
That's
nobody
a
cares
wild
about that. I
thing to
can't
say.
wait for people to stop talking about
You know what that was?
For-
Yes, that was an island of
You think
this
that was
and
just
that.
fucking?
But forget about
You think it was just pedo shit?
Bro,
if Trump
these
had
were-
something to do with it, it would have been already surfaced.
These were high level people getting blackmailed.
If Trump had something to do with that, something would have already surfaced.
It's not.
It's
Even
been years.
even
It's been years,
even
dog.
if he's not on it, I mean, the situation still stands. I mean, this is like intelligence
What I wanted to
agencies.
talk, what Mike said was that, oh, what do you not like about Trump?
yeah, but that
only
is the
thing that
worst
I-
thing. What
Not
Ape is
really.
saying,
I
yeah.
never even think about that. What I was trying to say about was the...
It's very suspicious, and Elon even going on Twitter saying that
Oh, shit, yeah.
Trump was on it. Like all that is bad, bro. Like
I hear
we
you.
can't just front either.
But
Like,
what else is bad about Trump?
The fact that he hid that shit and threw it under the rug like that, bro, and never spoke on it again before when he was like, "Yo, I swear I'm gonna bring out the list. It's gonna come out."
yeah.
Da, da, da. And now he's not a man of his word.
Yeah.
Bro. So and especially, nigga, come on, the Epstein list, bro. Like that's important, bro. Like,
well, a politician being a man of his word is not a.
it's not a.
It's
yeah.
not even a
But
good
listen,
idea.
Trump, besides doing that, whatever, I hear you. You could probably get mad about that. But besides that, what else could you not like about Trump? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest.
Well, I haven't made a list about the shit that I dislike or like about
Yeah,
Trump.
I just think he was a better option than fucking.
Much better option than Kamala.
That, yeah.
Because look at that. They're deporting people like crazy. They're building that border wall. I can't wait for in a couple of months for them to do an update, because I'm always keeping up with the updates of the
God damn, bro.
God, my boys. I swear to God, listen, I'm always keeping up with the updates, and I haven't even looked in a couple of days. But I can't wait for them to do a
Why
big
are you
update.
so
There's even some places that it's like a double decker. It's like double wall.
A wall next to a wall.
And then a wall, like both 18 or 20 feet wall and wall. Like this.
Yeah, you pass one, you get to the next.
It's like you're not crossing that.
It's like playing fucking one of those old Mario
games. You're not
games.
crossing that, and they're doing that on the most highest trafficked areas.
Yeah.
Because even in the highest trafficked areas, they put a wall, but it's like the people still either cut it or
they
go
do all
under,
kinds of things.
or they try to finesse, they try to climb, but not anymore. With that double wall, but besides the wall, they're deporting people like crazy. Okay, and why am I so invested into that? Okay, I'll elaborate.
Please.
Okay. So right now I do mechanic work and all that
sure,
stuff.
you could agree with the policy. I get it. Like
I know,
like,
but look, hear me out.
But like
Look,
to be that,
I do
invested,
mechanic work, right? So there's a lot of people that will underprice my prices because they're immigrants, because they're these people that.
Because they're immigrants.
No, because if you think about it, I do it like the same prices as like, typical people, normal people, like citizens. But then the immigrants, the Venezuelans, the Nicaraguense, they'll do shit for the low, like way too low. And they'll fuck up the market. That's the truth.
Oh, you're saying fucking up the market.
Yeah, and that's not only for mechanics. That's for every blue-collar industry. At roofing, they say that the Americans don't want to do roofing or carpentry or none of these.
I don't think that's true.
That's not true. The only thing is that when you go to call somebody, they always
But are you talking
get
about
the best price.
Are you talking about like an illegal immigrant who's doing something for the low, or do you mean like just a fucking regular immigrant who charges lower prices?
No, I'm talking about the illegals that come here and they undercut the real Americans and
Under
then they
the table type shit,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah. Like I was talking to a guy here that said that he's had a business, a mechanic shop in Hialeah for 60 years, him and his family and his grandpa, and then that he has to charge $90 an hour here, and then like per job or whatever, and in Miami Lakes is $140 the book time. Like if a job takes, for example, 3 hours, instead of getting paid $90.99, $140 times 3, you only get $90.
Okay.
Times 3. It's like, nah,
And
bro.
it's affecting you that bad, bro?
Okay.
It's not that. It's that's whack as fuck to have to do things for the low because of these foreigners. You know what I mean?
I just don't think it's
and then that also fucks up the construction industry. That fucks up every industry that serves that.
In long term, you think it's just bad, period.
It's bad.
You're saying
they're fucking up the market.
You're saying
fucking up the industry.
You're saying they're fucking up the market. You mean they're fucking up the market for the
Americans,
for the sellers, for the individuals that are employed.
No, for people that are in the same industry as them, but they just underprice.
Bro, they fucking up.
Because what their plan is to just round the money, make a house in Nicaragua or whatever country they're from, build a life in their home country, and then get out of the country, and they never pay taxes, and they do everything for the low, everything cash.
Well, they're not paying taxes and receiving benefits. I understand that.
And that's why
the lower price, though,
they fuck up the market.
My thing with the lower price is if there's competition, and the price gets lower. That's just how the markets are gonna be. Now, if the competition is artificial,
if it's too much mass immigration, and then these people are gonna do everything for the low, compared to me. Or compared to a person that's an American that has been here forever. And this is not the same, bro. When you're not working for the money that you think you deserve or that you think that you should get. Instead of replacing brake pads for $100, they want you to do it for $50.
Right. So,
or $50, $60 instead of $100 or $120.
If those guys were legal here, would they be charging those prices or no?
If they were legal here, probably yeah.
They would still be charging those prices.
No, they'll be charging the price. They'll go up.
Why would the price go up if they were legal?
they would assimilate and they would pay taxes and they would have a lot of those people. I don't know. They bring that fucked up culture, that third world culture that, you know.
I'm just trying to figure out like the economic side that you're discussing right now.
The economic side is that they fuck up the market in a lot of industries. Because
Yeah, but my thing is like lower.
undercut.
My thing though is like if the prices are lower, to me that's not a fuck up.
That is a fuck up.
No, it's not
That's
for me.
fucking up the industry for the
When I
maybe
get
not for the consumer,
exactly,
but
not
for the people that the business owner. Hell yeah.
But that's competition. That's part of markets. Period.
Yeah, and
Fuck,
the
it's
consumer
fuck.
buying more is what's important, right?
Not really. You're gonna be doing more work. It's
Because
like
if we're gonna inflate like the price of
not
something,
inflate, but what it should be. Not
Well, what-
undercut.
what should it be?
Whatever it should be is what it should be. But then when these people come, they undercut it and they do the most to try to get the job.
Because
you know?
I can come up with reasons. I mean, I completely agree with the idea that
And
we
then
don't,
what
that we don't need
happens?
mass
Listen,
migration,
I'm
but
about
not
to
for
cut
that
you
reason.
off. I'm about to cut you off. But then what happens is that these people, they're ghosts. They do a job for you and then they fuck up because
It's
they
not
do
a
it
good
'cause they don't even
argument,
know what
though.
they're doing. A lot of times they don't even know what they're doing.
It's
They
not
don't
a good
have
argument, though.
They don't have the licensing or none of that. They're doing everything.
Well, that I understand. The
You
guy,
know,
yeah,
because
if-
people
The
that are
American
legal,
is gonna come legal as hell with all the paperwork, with all the
that's
documents.
cap. People that are legal are gonna. Well, there's gonna be people that are legal that are gonna be charging lower
Okay.
too.
I know, but not as low as those people typically.
yeah, but if they don't lower the price to the way that like mass migration would,
exactly.
if it lowers the price that much, then it wouldn't really be an issue. It
It
would just
does
be
lower,
it
it
would
does.
just be some bum doing it. But if it's a lot of people doing it, then the price will get lower.
The price, it literally gets lowered, and a
Yeah.
lot of times you tell people a price and they look at you crazy because
But
of the
you're
high
saying-
vehicle, that rev culture.
But you're saying the reason that they do it for the lowest, first of all, because they to make anything, these motherfuckers got to do it for the low because they're not legit, so they don't really have a business.
Yeah,
license or
exactly.
anything
They
like
don't
that.
have a business.
So
They're
in
like,
order to get some attention from actual consumers, you got to do some shit like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do the same thing, but I'll do it like, you know, very
less
cheap.
than the next guy,
And then you were mentioning they do it fucked up, and so they do a terrible job a
and
lot
they
of the
do
times.
it a lot of times. Yeah, because they don't even know what
Yeah.
they're doing.
So in a situation like that, you get your money's worth in that situation.
Yeah, so you pay for something
put
low
some
quality.
Right, they put some.
The American is gonna probably take their time longer. That's why a lot of times they talk shit about the Americans taking longer. But the American is just they
Yeah,
take
but
long.
that's just common sense. The guy I'm assuming is just trying to like fucking make some money. Is like what
To
up?
rush through a job.
Can you
I hate
blame
people
him?
like that.
Can you blame him? He's just trying to make some money. Maybe
No,
he has
I
no other
can't.
option.
No, I know I can't blame him. In his situation, I'd do the same. If I was
Right.
in a third world country, I would probably want to come here too.
Right.
But since I'm on the other side of the thing, being a born here American, I'm looking at these people crazy. Like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Mm.
That's how I'm looking at it. But if I was in their position, I would understand.
What is the main thing that you're getting at? Is it? What is it about? what-
Mass migration, mass illegal immigration
Yeah.
is like an invasion. It's not good.
Right,
it should
right.
be.
But
It should
what-
be prevented
but
at all
what bo-
costs.
But what bothers you about it the most is it a cultural thing that bothers
It's
you the
everything.
most?
It bothers me the most. Everything. I
But
don't-
what are the real issues? Because you mentioned like lowering the price for
the,
you.
the economics
That's
of it?
on some economic shit.
But
What else bothers you?
that's for me super important. The economics is super important. But then besides that, it's just, you know, different cultures. You don't know who you're letting through that border. A lot of those
Let
people
the
don't.
Latino baddies through.
A lot of those people
The
don't.
big
even-
booty Latinos.
Let the big booty Latinos through.
A lot
Yo,
of those
did you
people
see
don't
that?
believe in God, bro.
Well, a lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't believe in God. A lot of them believe in other things that might not be compatible for this country.
I mean, Europe is increasingly secular as well. And I mean among like the native population of Europe. I mean like Germans and shit like that. They're increasingly like agnostic, atheist,
as in
non-religious.
recent years. As in recent
You're
years,
saying
a lot
there's
of-
an uptick in Christianity.
Yeah, for sure.
Ever since
Because of the Muslim increase, there's been more.
there's been a counter.
Yeah, for sure.
A counter to that.
I think I think Europe is implementing the digital passport.
They're fucked.
Yeah, I think they're like officially.
They're fucked.
Europe is fucked. I feel so bad for Europe. You know, I used to be like so like a fanatic of Europe and all shit, but how it is now,
that where
bro,
you get arrested for like saying some shit for like freedom of speech?
Well, there's
Yeah.
some countries there
in the
that-
UK, you get arrested for
tweets and
for,
shit.
for,
UK
for
is
saying hate crimes.
Fucked.
I hate the UK. I feel so bad for the UK, bro. I swear, because think about it. The
I'd move
UK was
immediately.
always England, and you know,
What do
that
you do
was-
in a situation like that?
in a situation like that,
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean,
where your country or your whatever you're
it's
staying at
completely invaded.
becomes like some shit like that, bro.
Damn, you guys have never seen the movie V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
Nah.
Damn, that shit is becoming real life.
Mhm.
That they arrest you for saying things that are
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they do. They do. They're doing it. It was such a slow path, and everybody was pretending like, no, they're not going to do that. That's not going to happen.
So then when Mike says that the world right now, as we know it, is not that good, how everybody is good in some senses, but in other ways is not that.
I meant the U.S. is freedom and liberties. That's all I meant.
Yeah, my whole thing on that is the situation in the U.S. is...
I like the United States. I like certain parts of the United States, maybe like Florida. I like Texas,
Right.
but I don't really like. I wouldn't
But
I wouldn't move in.
What's your thing what's your connection between Christianity and politics? Is your idea something like
I feel like they should be intertwined.
so you don't think that the Constitution should be
I
as
feel like
is?
the only
Are you aware
politicians. I
that-
feel like the only politicians that should be allowed to be elected
Mhm.
are born here. Born
That's
here.
already the
If you
case.
no, that's not the case.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
No,
is.
it's not.
Yeah,
Not
it
for.
is.
That's only for the president. If we're talking about Congress and all that shit, no, it's not.
That's true.
I thought you said president.
Okay, I didn't say president. Never. I
Yeah.
said for elected
Oh,
politicians.
so everything.
No, but go ahead.
God,
yeah.
look. So what I'm trying to say is that this country should be only for people that were born here. If you were born here, I'm sorry, you cannot be the mayor. You cannot be Congress. You cannot be nothing. Nothing. Okay. You can be a citizen, but you cannot be no elected politician.
Okay.
I'm
Fair
sorry.
enough.
You feel me?
No,
But
that's
it's the
fine.
truth.
No, I'm not against that.
And to be a politician in this country, you should also, they should also question your faith and tell you, are you a believer of God? Yes, and then you're
now
good.
we're-
See, that
now
I'm
we're
not
done.
flying with.
All right.
They don't do
Or
that.
at least,
Why do you
or at
need-
least not be, any other religion. Like you can't be a Muslim and
See,
try to.
that's already like a First Amendment out the window.
Yeah, you're already taking it out.
So
But how could you let a Muslim into our?
They already do.
Exactly, and that's why
And
those
has there
places
been
are fucked
issues?
up. Yes, there has.
Yes,
With
there's an example of the Michigan
Omar,
shit.
Michigan, Minnesota, the Somalians.
Right, my thing is,
Hell about it. What you mean?
see,
There's hella issues.
I don't attribute
Sharia
that.
law?
I don't attribute that to the First Amendment, though. I attribute that to mass migration policies and just.
And I
this,
attribute that to them being way too lenient. I feel like this country
well,
is
100%.
way
Yeah,
too lenient with way too much things.
100%.
That's why when he says this country is the best, it's like, not really. What about all of those people that get arrested?
You can't name me a better one.
Papa, listen. What about all of those people that get arrested a bunch of times and then they get out and then they commit a horrible crime? That was
What fuck does that have to do with anything with the country being great?
because I'm saying that this country is way too lenient. I feel like it should be a little bit more strict a lot of times. A little bit more.
And your example was someone who went to jail and then recommitted a crime?
No, my example was that these people get arrested a bunch of times before they throw the book at them. Like, they should get arrested once, twice, and then throw the book at them. Dale, prison. They get arrested 20 to 30 times, and they never go to prison.
Well, that's not kind of how it works, bro.
Yes, it is.
It depends on what charge it is.
But it doesn't matter. If you get way too much charges, you should just go to prison. I saw the thing the other day that said that a guy got arrested 100 times and never went to prison. Can you believe that?
That's a wild motherfucker.
Arrested, even if it's 100 petty crimes. Once it's too much arrest, dale. Because then people don't learn, bro. Then you have what happened in North Carolina with the girl that got stabbed, the Ukrainian girl.
Oh shit, yeah, man.
You see?
That was brutal.
And that was a repeat offender. They need to bring back
That was sick.
they need to bring back mental asylums, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree with the idea of like the mental.
This country is not that good. Like, you think that what do you think the family of that girl thinks right now?
Name me a
Well,
better
compare-
one.
What do you think the family
when-
of that girl thinks right
When
now?
you say this country's not that good, you mean compared to what?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking him. Name me
Compared
a
to
better
what it could be?
Compared to what it could be. Not compared to no other country. I'm not comparing it to no other country. I'm comparing
talking
it
about
to
some-
what it could be.
You're talking about some religion.
I'm talking about what the country Could be one day, possibly.
This is the vision that you have for the United States, and that's the frame of reference next to the actual condition of the United States right now.
So you pretty much just want
United
Christian
States
nationalism.
The United States right now is too lenient. You don't see how right now they're knocking out the things in Miami Beach of the LGBTQ, the sidewalk.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I'm all for that. Why are you gonna be having that? And then I have a kid or a son, and then they look at that. They're not retarded. They might know what that is. Because I'm not gonna tell them what that is, but they'll probably figure it out.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Okay? And all of that, they need to start arresting people for public indecency. If you see...
I think they do already.
No, but more. more. If you can't even make out like that, like... When you see all those people in South Beach and those gay bars, that's insane, bro.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro, what you gotta do.
This is like a devil culture, demonic culture, bro.
If you're really about it, I know exactly what your destiny is, bro. What you're gonna do. First of all, you gotta apply to art school. Okay.
It's a good
How's
start.
it going?
You make a fucking stick figure or something, they're gonna reject you.
Get upset about it.
At that point, you gotta grow a little mustache. Now, a mustache can only fill like a, inch and a half in the center.
Bruh, did you see Alex Jones did the Hitler mustache?
I did notice this. This is a wild gentleman, right?
And he was saying, like, he was joking. I don't know if he was joking, but he's like, these white women, like, he was saying, like,
they go crazy.
They were going crazy.
They
bro.
love Adolf,
That shit was funny. Keep on though.
No, I was just explaining, you're gonna try to do a coup. January 6th style. Right.
You did try to go to January 6th.
You didn't get arrested for it?
Nah, brother, I didn't go to none of that, bro. Nah, I didn't do none of that.
Bro, you should have taken a souvenir or some shit.
But I didn't go. I didn't go to...
You remember this guy that went up there, he got the podium?
Yeah.
There was a guy that had the podium and shit. I don't know what the fuck he was doing with it. I feel like he just liked it.
What?
He was thinking, I don't know, I'm gonna sell this shit online. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Right?
Yeah, I remember him.
But there's nobody on that day that made a greater impact on this nation, that cemented the vision of what this country is all about more than that motherfucker that pulled up.
The tranny dude?
And ended up just going in there, fucking white as fuck, dressed like a goddamn Indian or some shit.
Oh, yeah, with the horns you talking about?
Yes.
The tall-ass white dude? Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy, bro.
He did interviews after.
I didn't go to no January 6th, but I was driving to it.
What was the name?
I didn't say you went. I said you were on the way.
I was on the way, yeah, but then I was driving to it, but then I was unprepared, and I was like, man, fuck that. But I really wanted to go, I swear.
What would you have done if you pulled up?
I would have just looked. I would have not participated in anything. I would have just looked. And I don't know what I would have done. I don't know, because I didn't go. I don't know exactly what I would have done, but
I saw the whole thing on TV, bro. It was incredible. It was such a wild night.
That is one of those things that you just gotta see, dog.
That would have been beautiful to see. I really wanted to see it. I won't lie. That would have been beautiful to be right there in that atmosphere, but I didn't see.
Did you agree with
I feel like yeah, they rigged the election for sure.
All right.
Mail-in ballots for sure rigged. For sure, I don't think that Biden won. Okay, and then we dodged a bullet with Kamala. And that's it, bro. If we get Marco Rubio or somebody like that, then we already entered, how Trump says, the golden era of American politics.
You know what we need, bro? We gotta get Biden doing like some fucking
we need
some audiobooks.
Oh, bro.
Right. We want Biden audiobooks.
We need his last moments with us, man.
But
I'm not gonna Biden, though.
What we need is to...
Dr. Seuss narrated by Biden? Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
What we need to do is that I've still, I've been, like I told you, every day keeping up with updates of all types of stuff. The border wall, Trump, this, South Africa, all types of shit that I'm looking into. Right-wing stuff, like, even in Spain and Europe, I see how fucked up it is. But let me tell you how...
So you don't agree with
let me tell you how
multiculturalism
at all. I don't like that at all.
None of that in the States.
None of that. But let me tell you how
it should be.
I really am waiting to see the effect of Trump, because we still have not seen the effect. Trump has been in office for how long? 7, 8 months? It hasn't even been a year. I feel like once it hits a year and a half, 18 months, 2 years, that's when we're really gonna start seeing more of like.
We gotta hit midterms.
Yeah, because
giving
right
a
now
lot
it's
of
too
money to
soon.
Israel.
It's too soon still.
He's giving a lot of money to Israel.
You know, it's too
If he's
soon.
able to pull off the House and the Senate after midterms,
Yeah.
he's gonna be able to do a lot of what he wants to do.
A lot of people are not liking him because of that, I believe.
Because of what? Because
of
he
the whole,
controls the
whole
house.
Israel shit and all that.
No man.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
there's
like
a lot of people that
Nah,
are.
there's a lot of, there's a big.
anti-Semitic movement going on.
The Groypers don't like him for that reason.
And not just, there's not, I wouldn't even just say just them. There's a lot of.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more than just Groypers, I would say, bro. It's growing, I would say that at least.
Yeah, there's a lot.
No, there's a lot of people that are very critical. You know, I don't hate them. I don't hate the Jews, but I am critical of them. You know,
You sound like that black dude that got
Bro,
caught.
that's exactly what he said.
That's
bro.
exactly
what he said.
That's
That
exactly what I was
word for
referencing.
word. Holy shit.
I'm like, that sounded familiar, bro.
That's what I was referencing, dog.
For people
You know?
out there that don't know, that was a black taxi driver that drove with
Oh yeah,
a
the Nazi.
swastika.
He had a swastika on his taxi, and he's driving around with it. He got in trouble because of that, apparently.
And then a newscast dude was like, "Well, why do you drive with it?" or whatever.
And then
he's
the
like,
guy said that it doesn't matter that he's a National Socialist. That it doesn't matter that he's black.
Anybody can be a national
Yeah.
socialist.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, this dude is fried, bro."
Yo,
They kicked him out right after the.
I don't know what
I don't
happened to him. No, I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't hate the Jews, bro. I'm just critical of them. Like, they got kicked
But
out
why
of
are you not
109
critical?
countries.
Oh,
They
here
got
we
kicked
go.
out of 100.
Here we
No,
go.
listen, they got kicked out of Spain. My
Here we go.
ancestors. They got
They
kicked
did.
out of Spain.
Yeah, they've been kicked out of
After
Rome.
after the Spanish kingdom kicked out the Muslims.
The Muslims, yeah, the
And
300-year
they
war.
also kicked out the Jews. And then that's when the golden era of Spain started. You see how that works?
You think it
Oh,
was
wow,
directly?
because of that?
You
Of
think it was
yeah.
because of that?
Yeah, because
Direct
no,
link.
I do think because the Jews were with the high interest rates and all shit, and then the Spanish were like.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna take that loan at a high interest rate, you're just
But a lot of people
Let me
were
put a
broke
gun in
as
your head,
hell.
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like
A lot
you
of
can't.
people are like very desperate.
But
you know?
that's a personal responsibility thing at that point.
compared to taking them out and then giving them very low interest loans.
Oh, if there were low interest loans, they would have taken those instead.
Yeah, but they had to kick out the Jews to be able to get the low interest loans.
Why?
I don't know why, man, but that's what happened.
Okay, fuck it, guys.
That's what happened, bro.
That's what happened. They kicked
Fuck
out the
it.
Jews, and then they started making more money, and then they started the golden era of Spain. Happened, you know, after they kicked out the Muslims and the Jews.
You know, Hegel once said, "History uses people and then discards them." Interesting thing about a guy like Hegel to say something like that. He's right in terms of the movements that we see. If you were talking about the Soviets, they didn't. I mean, they would have. Of course, they want more workers and shit, right? So they don't want the people they got to be dying unless they want to fucking make a point like, yo, don't fuck with us.
Yeah,
They don't mind killing their own people.
right.
Hitler, for example, I mean, when he was asked about that situation where a bunch of soldiers, the kids, the Hitler Youth was up there when the war was ending, and they were talking to him like, bro, we got to call this shit off, bro. I mean, there's a shitload of kids that are dying. He's like, well, that's what young people are for.
Down. Who said that?
Hitler.
But listen to this, bro. You know what happened if Hitler would have won, maybe the world would be better than it is now.
Go for it, bro.
At least Europe for sure would be better.
Expand on that.
Europe right now would be better. For sure.
Europe.
For sure.
Tell me, bro.
Yeah, you don't see how he took over all of France. He took over
He definitely took over France.
Poland, the Czech Republic, all of that. It would have been better in some ways, to be honest. He took over.
Please expand, bro.
Look at these countries, how they're all fucked up. Look at France, how fucked up it is.
Yeah, but how would it be better?
It will be better for the French, because I highly doubt that Hitler would have allowed all of these Arabs to
You think you would have
enter
been?
Europe. I feel like that's like an informal invasion.
Well, I agree.
To be
He wouldn't
honest.
have allowed, the country to be dominated by Arabs.
He would have not allowed that because
he had very different.
He was a
plans than that.
Christian.
That doesn't mean it'll be better though.
What are you talking about? Of course it will be better.
How would it be better though?
Because you wouldn't have all of those people in your country.
You genuinely think having Hitler as the
I
fucking-
genuinely think that if France didn't have all of those millions of Arabs in their country, I honestly think the country would be 1,000 times better, yes. So if Hitler was that alternative,
What were the Hitler policies?
Hitler policy...
that you were really a fan of.
My thing about Hitler is he was legit. He legitimately was a dictator. I mean, there's just no. There's
No,
no.
what are you talking about? And
bro,
Nayib
of course.
Bukele isn't a dictator?
He is.
He is, and it's
Well,
that
maybe
country.
he-
he's
wait,
not.
wait a
No,
second,
he's
wait a
not.
second,
Yes,
wait
he
a second.
is.
No, he's not.
He's
We've-
deemed himself
No, he's
the
not.
coolest dictator on earth.
He's
I
trolling.
mean,
on
that was a
Twitter.
fucking troll, bro.
But,
That's-
he's trolling.
he's trolling it, but
You're democratically elected.
Whether or not you're a dictator
He's fucking
depends
around,
on.
but-
It depends on what you do, not some tweet.
No, now he's on some
But what he
dictatorship.
did
But
is that when he was gonna get reelected, he just got elected again because he took over whatever.
No,
the
he
government
changed the
with police.
Constitution or some shit and made it
No
allowed to
term
get
lim- No,
re-election.
he changed the constitution.
Yeah.
He changed the constitution to the point to where
He's able to
there's
get
no
re-elected.
There's no term limits
Yes, there you go.
for
Right.
the president.
He's always able to
So
get
since
reelected.
there's no term limits, nobody else is gonna vote against him because he has such a high approval rating. That's like if Trump right now did that, he would be classified as a dictator.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
Yeah, he's horrible though. Like now he's already on some North Korean shit. He's banning haircuts and
Who's
this
horrible?
type of shit.
Who's horrible?
I'm saying the shit that Bukele's doing, those type of
How
things.
is it horrible?
Because that's dictator vibes.
What are you talking about? The country is better than ever.
That's not good.
My
though.
thing
That's
about
not
the-
good. No,
my-
I'm sorry. It would have been better with all the gangs and all the murders.
No, I don't. He did.
My,
a
si-
good, go ahead, go ahead.
my situation with Bukele is that the comparison of Bukele to another situation is very drastic because, first of all, his country was in a complete state of war. If you have a gang or a set of gangs running your country, you don't fucking have a country. You're at war, right? The rules of war are definitely
How?
not just some regular constitutional bullshit.
But how could you even think? How could you even talk bad about Bukele? Like he's done so good.
Well, you can talk bad about anyone.
You could talk bad about anybody, but it's not warranted. It's like, why would you?
Well,
you know?
it definitely has to be warranted. He's a politician. I mean,
Yeah, but the
everything
thing
he
that
does has an
Bukele-
impact.
But what Bukele is doing is good, man. I swear, and
Look,
it doesn't matter. Let
And
him
you're-
run
the
until
way-
he dies. Because
the way
what-
you see it is like, yeah, if he's a dictator and he has things okay,
My
like it's
thing is
okay.
Because
Trump-
what will happen is that if they didn't have if they had term limits, then what would happen is that he wouldn't be president anymore, and then the next dummy would go in there
Would fuck it
and
all
fuck
up.
up the country. It's like
How do you know that?
because that's typically what happens.
You don't know.
That's literally what happens.
You don't
Almost-
know the future though.
That's how all of Latin America is. All of Latin America is fucked up. And that's how it's always been. Argentina's like that, and they had elections, they had democracy in Argentina. It's fucked up. All these countries, a lot of times, when you have dictatorship, it just works. Like, look at Russia. Russia's good. Really good.
Is it better than it would be under a democracy?
I don't know that, but it is good right now with the way it is that they don't, I believe it, they don't
They do have
term,
a lot of political
they don't have
repression.
term limits in Russia
They
as well.
kill political opponents.
Yep.
They murder them.
If that's what you're okay with, then fuck
No,
it.
but that's
If
not.
that's what-
I'm not okay with
monopolies.
that. What I'm talking about is about.
But that's what needs to happen in order to have that to like, you know what I mean?
Not really.
What?
If you
Almost
look at
all
Bukele,
dictators
Bukele
kill their
doesn't have.
ops, bro.
I don't like the example of Bukele because his country was in a state of war, and of course, in a state of war, you're not going to apply the same principles that you do once.
For him, it worked, and he is in power. And let's see how
We could
long he stays
apply
in
it to
power.
any dictatorship.
What if he stays
bro?
in power for 20 years? What are you gonna say? That it's bad for one man to have power for that long, but what if he does good?
What
look,
if he
look
does good?
in Spain with Franco, the dictator. He was dictator for like 30, 40 years, and the country was good, way better than it is now.
I don't know how good it was. How good was? Let me put it to you like this: a lot of people often talk about how after Hitler decided to go ahead and change some things over in Germany, right? He said, "Look, all that shit that you want us to pay back from World War I, we're not paying that shit. That was a fucked up thing to do to
the
us."
reparations, yeah.
People were really pissed off about that. Like, Germans were suffering brutally after the First World War lost because of that. Hitler came in and he gave people this idea: you're a fucking German, bro. You don't need it. You're nobody's bitch. This is our goddamn country. This is our land.
Yeah.
And we're going to fucking expand it. Now, he didn't pull up and say, I'm gonna be a fucking dictator, and your company, I can take it whenever the fuck I want for my purposes, give it back whenever the fuck I want. But that's, I mean, that is how fascism work. It is.
He didn't say that he was gonna do that, but that's just what ended up stuff
It just happened.
happened over time.
Like when you
but
just stick the
he
tip
doesn't
in.
say that. You know, but it just ended up happening. Like the truth is
It
that
just happened.
sometimes it's good when people take control like
No,
that.
I think he did say that though.
Sometimes it's good when people take control. Like Nayib Bukele,
But I
think
don't think
about the
it
country. With
Wait, first of all, he got elected just to let you know.
yeah, and also did Nayib Bukele. They got elected.
So he's not really he's not a dictator.
So he's not a dictator. Yeah, but
Well,
you're saying he's a dictator.
getting elected doesn't mean that you're not a dictator.
Well, he didn't get elected as one. Then he became one. Like he's like some recent shit. He's been has been questionable, is what I could just say. And as soon as he did the election shit, no limit, yeah, that's it.
That's it. He already knows.
That was already dictator.
But that doesn't. I mean, the fact that you approved
But
the
he's
election.
trying to. But the truth is that, let's say a dictator does take control, but then let's say that the quality of life and then the economy and everything just.
Okay, but what are the? But we don't have freedoms. Though?
I mean,
like,
you know,
there's
the
no
dic-
freedom
We
of
can
speech.
still have freedom.
Look-
Yeah, no, there can still be freedoms.
The dictator's
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
live forever, right? We gotta be aware of that.
They have their
Okay.
successors.
So yeah, if that successor is good and if that's gonna continue to be good forever, I mean, why presume that at all?
It would be better if we
It would
elect
be better
them.
if it would have
why
like
is
a
that
one
better?
person controlling everything. But
Why?
But Ape just gave you a good argument that what happened if the next fucking son is a fucking demon and
That's
he
the whole
wants
point we
But
started
that
with
could
this
also
system.
be in a democracy. What if
Yeah,
the
that's
next
why.
president is like
That's why we have term limits
yeah.
to prevent shit like that from happening. Eventually, it's gonna go to a tyrant. I mean, that's what happened in Rome.
Yeah, bro.
That's what happened in all the world's fucking empires. I mean, it goes to a fucking tyrant. Even if people have the best intentions, there's still gonna be something like that happens along the way.
People are not gonna allow that to just. Especially in the U.S. What? That would be insane.
no, but there's always
too
gonna
many-
be term limits. The only thing is that Nayib Bukele said no term limits. That's crazy. That is crazy.
That is dictator.
That's crazy for real. If you think
Printed
about
on
it.
his forehead, bro. What?
But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's like he's like fuck it.
That's OD.
listen,
man.
my thing
But
is
the only reason he got away with it is because it's a smaller country. You know, maybe easier to get away with something like that. In this country, it will be maybe more difficult.
It would be it would be a lot harder.
way harder to try to do something because there's too much. The good thing about this country is that there's too much checks to power.
Checks
So,
and balances.
yeah, it's
He's
gonna
also
be-
presented like on some very like, yo, he's like the greatest, da da da. The
Manipulated.
U.S. is like super cool with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, I'm not
He's
saying
smart. He's
listen, what
super
he,
smart,
what
let
he
me
did
tell you.
was great for the country. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like, just there's been questionable.
And then the
shit,
mega
so.
prison, like that's like super like
That does.
that's stuff out of a movie for real.
bro, I really do want to see some Vermin Supreme type shit go down, bro.
Like a super jail. Like I would love to see like that like 2.0 on steroids for real. Like I would love to see the numbers from 2 million like to 5 or 6 mil.
Oh, 100%, bro. There's
And-
so much.
I would love to be able to go to a big city and be like, yo, this is really America, bro. You right now go to Orlando, downtown Orlando, the videos is crazy.
What's going on there, bro?
This is craziness, bro. You don't see too much,
Well,
you know?
we need more protection, bro. We
Nah.
need more.
We need more. We need more. Less mass immigration. You know?
That's your number one.
That's for me so important because if you don't have if all of my neighbors weren't Cuban or Hispanic, I'll be like, yo, the freak, man.
I mean, I understand
you know?
that. Like, why the fuck? Why the fuck just replace?
I want to be with people that are like me.
No, I agree.
Why the fuck just throw millions of people randomly into the fucking country?
Yeah, melting
I
pot.
mean, without the actual people that live here even agreeing with it.
Ireland.
So
There's entire villages in Ireland that have been taken over in one swoop by these groups of Somalians or wherever they come from. These Arabs, you know.
you know it's
And then the Irish are fighting back like crazy. Even Conor McGregor wanted to be president. In Australia, they're fighting back. You know, in every Western country, there's mass immigration, and they're all sick and tired of it.
yeah, it's too much.
You know, Trump said that one of his main reasons for running for president is that he just saw so much so much mass immigration, he said he couldn't stand it. He said he couldn't stand. He just had to run. And that shit, I remember hearing that, and I'm like, wow, bro, like, imagine.
It is a ridiculous policy. It's not even a policy. It just continues to fucking happen, like administration after administration.
That shit gets me mad because then before you know it, you're not even gonna have a home.
It is, yeah.
It's gonna be unrecognizable from what Miami used to be to what it could be if we were to be like other big cities, Michigan, Dearborn. Oh my God! Imagine that in Hialeah, in Miami.
Do you guys remember this thing that Kamala used to say? You know, what could be unburdened by what has been.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, of course.
That was an interesting statement, wasn't it?
That was based. Isn't that some Marxist shit or whatever?
I do not like Kamala. How she
Kamala.
doesn't even like when people say Christ is king or none of that. Oh, you at the wrong rally. How could she say that? Why would she say that, bro? You know what she's promoting by saying that?
She wasn't.
Maybe she was saying she was atheist, bro. Not blind.
I mean, but I see. I'm
have somebody even get that high up in politics of vice president. It's like, bro, that's how far this country has gotten in with its politics. We could become like South Africa, for real.
I'm an atheist, and
because how the hell did those people get elected, bro?
You wouldn't have disregarded.
I wouldn't. If somebody's like Christ is king, I'd be like, all right.
No, yeah, of course.
Like I'm not gonna be, fucking
saying
have an argument with somebody and try to fucking turn somebody into a goddamn atheist because I'm an atheist. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
But that gets me mad how she would throw that under the bus like that. And then what does that say to all the believers of?
Well, that's the thing
God?
is she's supposed to be representing them if she wins the presidency, right? And so if you're already just coming out and saying, well, I mean, you can't say
there's
that.
A big, you guys don't know. There's a big spiritual war.
More atheists voted for her for sure.
For sure.
Well,
the Democrats. What are you talking about? The Republicans are almost never atheist. Almost never.
There's a lot more now than there used to be.
Not even the lefties are more, they're more.
But yeah, the left is always.
The left to love more science and all that.
They're more atheists.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I see Hitler as left wing.
Nah, I see Hitler as right wing.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I see him as a national socialist.
He's a socialist.
Exactly, he's a socialist.
Nationalism. What's nationalism?
Yeah, nationalism.
What's nationalism?
I know what nationalism
is. Right
is.
wing.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? It leans towards the right. Nationalism. Isolation. Why? That's what it tends to be. And then when you're communist is when you're left wing. Communism.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't see that at all.
Hitler was right wing, but that's
the
what
other right would be fascism, bro.
I mean, Hitler
if we're
wasn't.
Being technical.
If you're being technical, Hitler wasn't a fascist, right? Because fascism and National Socialism are not.
He was a socialist, bro. He literally says it in his fucking thing.
I mean, that's why he was able to like.
Yeah, but he's also a National Socialist, so it's like imagine.
So he's still a fucking socialist.
Yeah, still a socialist because I mean, just race is it. He believed that.
Not race. He would have never allowed mass. Oof. Hitler would have never.
Of course not.
Yeah, of course not. You see?
People, yeah.
Of course not. So then, by that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's efficient.
What do you mean that's not efficient?
Yeah, because if you're gonna do that here and fucking take away my rights, fuck with my property, right? Tell me what I can own and can't own, and fucking tell me what I can say and can't say.
We're talking about Hitler. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that Hitler would have never allowed the mass migration.
But he allowed all the other shit I'm telling you right now.
He did.
What did he allow, you said?
He allowed the seizure of property whenever the fuck the government wanted from industries to be replaced, given back if they felt like it, and just fucked with completely. That was a socialist policy. The socialists get real mad when you say that, because they don't want to be associated with right wing.
Yeah,
shit.
but didn't the Nazis have a super good economy? Because the Nazis were in power from the early 30s. From 1933, I think, up until like... before World War II they were in power for a couple of years. And they were doing super good economically.
Well, when they were doing
quality of life, they were doing awesome. And besides them doing good economically, they didn't have mass migration. They were amongst their own people. Okay.
The good economic situation. Have you ever seen a documentary called Europa?
Oh no, but I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should watch it. People have said that that's a really good documentary. People have said that's a really good one.
Fuck.
I've heard about it. Yeah. But what's up with that?
Oh. No, there's a good section in that documentary where they spend time talking about how amazing the economy was with Hitler.
But was it? It was.
And the
I
policies he was doing. There were some times where it was improving, and other times where it wasn't. I mean, one of the things that happened during that era was that, especially after the Second World War started.
Nah, it was good, bro. It was good. You took it.
Then you end up taking a place like Poland or some shit like that, or France, right? Of course your economy's gonna boom. You got a shitload of fucking land. You just seized all the fucking property from like various countries. Of course you're gonna do better.
Yeah, he's taking over everything.
And he also stopped the reparations from World War One, right?
Of course. I mean, you're not paying back. First of all, the idea that was the dumbest idea ever. Like, oh, we really don't want Germany to try to fuck around again. Let's put them in crippling debt and piss them off forever.
And say that you can't rearm. They also said that they didn't allow them
That's
to
another
rearm.
thing that Hitler was like, we're not doing that anymore. He did reopen like the full, I mean, obviously.
Military,
Yeah.
And then he stopped reparations, and then the economy was good, and it was a homogenous society. So it's not like this. And then a lot of times I would hear stuff about that if a married couple had a child, like if a legally married couple had a child, then the government would grant them a little house, like stuff like that.
If they had like a certain amount of children, they would give them like
you see?
if you're Aryan, of course.
Yeah, no, if you're a German citizen, yeah, a German citizen.
So in that case, they would give you like grant money. They would give you money and shit like that, because they wanted to influence mass reproduction of like the German people.
Yeah.
Right. They wanted to promote
that. And then look at that. That was Nazi Germany. Look at this country. This country, the American dream doesn't even exist anymore.
You're comparing.
People don't have right now.
It was fucking paradise with Adolf, motherfucker.
Right now, right now it's hard to get. Right now is harder than ever. Any little house, any regular house costs $500,000 or more. Literally in Miami.
Listen, bro. The only reason I'm not living in a mansion is because I spent 40 bands on OnlyFans. Right, it's because I beat my meat on Uber Seats, you know. It's because motherfuckers are busy coming up with terms like gooner. What the fuck is wrong with people, bro?
You can't genuinely believe that.
That what?
Like comparing the U.S.
No, I'm saying that Nazi Germany had a lot of good things, but it was not perfect. But it had, like, also this country has a lot of good things, but it's not perfect.
But it's way better. Like, how could you even compare the two? That's like comparing a fucking.
But it depends what parts of the U.S. you live in.
Everything is better.
Because if you go to some parts of the U.S., it's like shitholes, for real. Like L.A., shithole. Oof.
There's a lot of shitholes.
Dude, I don't think you'd want to live in a socialist place, bro. For that, you could just live in Cuba. Would you honestly live in Cuba?
What are you talking about? Every political system is different because Nazi Germany was totally different from Cuba. So you can't really compare the two.
Well, I just meant just a socialist place in general.
No, socialist place is not always the end of the world, because look at China, that also is like that.
You're
believe
definitely
in China.
fucked if you're
in China. There's a lot of state-owned enterprises, and they own a lot of, but there's also capitalism.
Their economic system.
There's a mixed economy.
It's a mixed economy, and that's what I believe that Germany will do too.
But they're still a dictatorship.
But it doesn't matter. That's not always a bad thing. You gotta be open-minded. So you think kings were a bad thing? That's how we lived back in the day with kings.
Well, I don't think it's better than how we're living.
But what I'm saying is that that's not necessarily always a bad thing. Because back then we had monarchies, and that wasn't really a bad thing.
You think
there was great
I'd rather have freedom.
I'd rather have, to be honest, monarchy and kings and shit like that.
No,
people that are like,
you want to be owned.
Pretty much, bro.
I'd rather have
Somebody
it like that
owns you,
because democracy a lot of times is way too corrupt.
At the whim of some dude.
Look at the Democrats. They're way too corrupt. Way too corrupt.
They are. I'd hate it if they were monarchs.
But they're still fucking democratically elected, bro. It's better than fucking monarchs and fucking... You don't believe that, my man.
I believe that sometimes it's not always a bad thing, because Vladimir Putin is a good leader. All these people like
I mean, a good leader.
The guy from China too is also a dictator now that I think
he's
about
a successful dictator. He's fucked the economy of Russia. The economy of Russia should be fucking booming. What he's done is create a shitload of monopolies.
What's his name? Xi Jinping? Whatever.
Xi Jinping. Those are also...
Dude, he looks like a fucking baby.
And China's doing actually really good. And China's actually doing really good, you see? And that's a dictator.
China's
dictators,
doing.
and they're not always
China's not
bad.
doing. China's not doing.
If
good.
you're
Yes,
just,
it is. China's
what
doing
are you,
good. What
are you talking
about?
about the Chinese economy? What are you talking about?
Overall, they've improved a lot. in
Bro,
the
their
last
human
50
rights
years.
are fucking failing, and they're
But
they're
we're
fucking
talking about
techno-
quality of life.
Yeah, that's
has
terrible quality of
improved.
life. If you are a fucking slave, your quality of
My
life
man,
is drastically
it's a
reduced.
dictatorship.
You haven't seen the urban development in China, how it's increased like crazy.
I've seen they're
the
making.
landscape.
Do you see what the mistakes they've done economically because of their socialism? I mean, some of the things they've done are so fucking ridiculous. It's billions of dollars of waste. Like one of the things they did is they created a bunch of fucking cities where they were saying people were gonna live there eventually.
Oh, and they became ghost
These
cities.
places are fucking empty,
For sure.
rotting away. They need maintenance. These are billions of dollars at a minimum, and nothing's being done with this.
But listen, if we're talking about
And that's just shit like that, bro. Like ethically, that shit's horrible, bro. Why you have no type of
First of
fucking
all,
freedom in China, my man?
if you're
bro,
gonna-
if you're a billionaire over there, you say
Alright,
something.
but those countries are
He
superpowers.
criticized
Those
some-
countries are superpowers.
He criticized
yeah, but
China.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm a fucking independent citizen. I'm not worried about how the motherfucker on top, how powerful he is. I'm
For
worried
real,
about
bro.
what the fuck is
Do
my
you
life
not care
looking
about
like.
yourself?
Yeah, individual freedoms are good and all, but I feel like
No, it's everything. It's literally that's what life
It's
is
like
about.
the movement, whether it ends up becoming a movement from.
But what are you talking about? What individual freedoms don't you have? For example, the individual
No, I'm saying
freedoms.
we have individual.
Yeah,
freedoms
we
here.
have. I know,
I'm
and the
saying in
ones
China you don't.
and in Russia we don't also. How
Yeah.
you say? Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
you're-
true.
And that's true. But for example, individual
That's it.
freedoms.
End of argument.
Individual freedoms would be like, for example, in Russia,
Freedom of
the
expression.
guy,
freedom of speech.
the guy vandalized the Christian monument, and he got like 7 years in
That's
prison.
different though. That's vandalism, bro. I'm saying
What
like
That's
do you
illegal
mean?
here.
That's illegal
But
here
I
too.
know it's illegal here, but to get
I'm
7
saying-
years for that,
Bro, I'm saying
but
yeah.
to get 7 years for that, he would say, people like him would say, oh,
Yeah, that's first of all that's extreme.
oh, that's extreme.
That's
oh,
stupid.
that's not freedom of expression, because that is not freedom of expression. That's
No,
like,
I said that's vandalism. That's not a good example. Let's say you try to criticize Russia in Russia. How about you try that? You're definitely going to jail. You're going wherever they're gonna throw you in, the gulag or whatever.
and you think that's also extreme? The
And
way
in
that,
China,
the
for
way
sure.
that they arrested him for 7 years for doing that stupid shit. Of course,
You're gonna tell me that's not extreme?
But do you think that the people of Russia are gonna be doing that now?
No, it's
I don't think
stupid
so.
that he did it. I think it's
It's
stupid.
stupid that
He's
he did
stupid
it.
as fuck.
It's stupid that he did it,
But
and
to-
it's extreme for them to give him 7 years.
Yes, it's
but
true.
now
Both
I
are
highly
true.
doubt that a lot of people are gonna be doing stuff like that now.
I mean,
They're
you
not
shouldn't
gonna
do it,
that.
period. But
I know,
yeah,
but now
sure.
that's gonna be a big deterrent.
Well, I
For
agree
sure.
that the law should be actually used. It shouldn't be a fucking recommendation. It has to be something that a motherfucker grabs your ass.
Yeah, but every time that they're strict, people always say that it's too extreme. Maybe
Well,
sometimes
that's
it's
bullshit.
not. Maybe sometimes it's not a bad thing for us to be a little too extreme.
Listen, it's their country, so I get it. I'm gonna follow their laws,
Yeah.
but obviously morally,
That's
I
like
think
when
it's
they
too
caught this
extreme.
girl.
I think it's too extreme. Baby.
This
Come on.
WNBA.
What, the 7 years?
Yeah.
First of all, I like taking shit on a case by case basis. What is it that he
He
did?
vandalized a Christian monument.
But tell me about the monument. Tell me about how he did it. Was he in front of other fucking people? How
Dog,
badly
look.
was it harmed? All of
I
this
was gonna
shit.
tell you, dog, about the WNBA girl that got arrested in
Yes.
Russia?
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Grant, yeah,
Where did she get arrested at? Russia?
Russia.
yeah.
You see, for a weed pen or whatever
For
the
a weed
fuck.
pen.
And you see, like, that's also, like, Michael say, like, way too extreme. But it's like, I feel personally like this country is way too lenient with everything, dog.
I mean, you would get arrested for that too here.
Yeah, but...
No,
it
there.
wouldn't be-
I think in this country there are places and judges and shit that are extremely lenient, especially in
Way too lenient.
places that are run by Democrats and
And-
shit, where they end up releasing a shitload of people, like
And
the
what
guy that you
happens?
talked
And
what
what happens when the place is too lenient?
Yeah,
Then the
100%.
crime gets become way too...
But I
way
agree
too
with those
serious.
woke areas doing that. Yeah, of course. I'm 100% on that.
On what?
That they are way too lenient. Of course.
Way too lenient, and then that's why the crime is way too high.
But yeah, that's we agree on that. You're talking about like on a higher scale, like fucking.
I think what he's getting at might be something like yes, I agree with you. We need to apply the law, but there's no reason
A
to
lot of
fucking
times.
go ham in the sense of like just
Yeah, like it's not. He didn't fucking even.
There's no reason to go out of
Like
proportion.
7 years
with
is
things.
like if you almost murdered
2 or
somebody.
3 years would have been more like, all right, cool, fuck.
7 years is like for an attempted murder. How much?
Or
did they give
even
you?
one, bro. Like I said, Ape said, you gotta know what he broke.
No, bro, you don't
this,
even
that.
know, bro. Like, no, he did some petty ass shit and they gave him 7 years. That's the truth.
For
He
some
did-
petty shit.
For some petty ass shit. I don't know what it was exactly, but I remember it was some petty ass shit.
Then if it was-
And everybody was like, damn, that's crazy.
Give him like a couple weeks, bro.
Yeah,
couple
like,
weeks
like
and that's it. Whatever,
literally
bro.
7 years
I
is
mean,
like, fuck, dog.
I did see this dude that went up to this basilica over in the Vatican and he took a piss in there. People recorded it and shit.
No, but you see what happens if you do something crazy in an Islam country, in an Arab country,
They
they'll
murder
stone
your
you.
ass. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And do you think that a lot of people are desecrating monuments? No, they're
But
not,
do you,
bro.
you
I don't
wanna-
know about
The
those
Christian
stoner
countries
ass.
are way too soft.
But do you want to live in a
Way
fucking
too soft.
place where the most minimal
I want to
shit they'll
live
do
in
that
a
to you?
place that's more serious. More
Yeah, but
strict.
you're not. You're being
You're
vague.
cool with
More
the you're cool
holy.
with the vape pen situation, right?
With the what?
Like if somebody gets caught with a vape pen, whatever the consequence should be.
Throw him like 3 years for that.
With a vape pen? You mean that? That you
Yeah,
smoke?
like
No, I don't
For
think
like
I should have that.
cannabis, weed and shit.
Oh, weed?
yeah, like be specific on how strict are you trying to be? Because
Where the fuck is the pen? Do you see it anywhere?
that's his baby, bro.
But you gotta be careful smoking that shit, dog.
I hear it gives you cancer. or
Yeah,
something.
hell yeah. You gotta be
Yeah,
careful,
you
my
should.
brother.
I
I
hear
saw,
it destroys you, bro.
like, yeah, I saw a Dominican that got a fucking tumor in his que cogió una masa in the rib.
Jesus Christ, bro,
fucking
that
lung.
stresses me out. Let me fucking relieve my stress.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. My bad for bringing that up, dog.
But
But now I feel like the countries should be more strict so that they can be taken more serious. Everybody thinks that this country is like a party. All of these immigrants, I've run into a lot of these people that don't take this country serious. They don't give a fuck about the country. They don't know the history. They don't care about nothing about us.
I understand
They're
that.
only here for beneficial reasons, and that bothers me because I'm here. I don't got nowhere else to go to.
Mhm.
I don't got Cuba to go to. I don't got nothing to go to.
I mean, you could go anywhere. You
I
want.
know, but this is my
we're
home,
being
so I
real
would
specific.
rather not try to abandon my own home, you know? It's
Well,
not
I
like
agree.
them that they can go to their real home.
I agree. No, I
Okay.
listen. I agree. You wanna.
I want to preserve this American culture, bro. They're trying to dilute it. They're trying to dilute it and fuck it all up.
what is your vision of American culture? Ideally,
American culture is like that whitewashed culture, you know?
does it include the First Amendment?
Yes, bro, of course.
Yeah.
I fucking hope so.
You gotta ask.
My version of America would be like, dog, like, you never seen the movie, you know a movie I liked a lot? I liked Leonardo, when you guys were talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, right? You're talking about Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio? You know a movie I liked a lot? The Great Gatsby. You never
Bro,
saw that movie?
No, I saw like the first
The
30
great-
minutes and I was like, eh.
Okay, look, that movie's really good. You probably weren't that into it, but let me tell you how that America, I love that America, that idea of America
What year was
where
that?
there's not too much diversity, you know. To be,
Why you gotta whisper that shit, bro?
to be honest.
You ain't
bro.
gotta
You
whisper
could have said
that.
it loud, bro. Say it 10 toes, bro.
But no, that America, that shit's crazy. I look at shit like that and I'm like, what was it? That was like after the Great Depression. That was like 1930s, 1920s.
So you want to be an isolationist?
No, you know,
Only one race.
no. I want there to be
So do you want to mix with people? What do you want?
just not too much mass immigration.
What's
Mass
not,
immigration is really what fucks everything up, bro. Think about it. In Miami, there was all types of people. Chinese people,
Not Mike.
Vietnamese.
If I'm not mistaken, you're fully on board with the mass migration situation. You want this place.
You want there to be mass migration?
You want this place to be Iraq with iPhones.
I don't. I never said I do. No.
I thought that's what you were saying. I'm so sorry. Correct me.
You
if
don't
I'm
care
wrong
if
here.
this place is invaded with people from Pakistan?
I mean, we don't gotta get specific with that. I don't like. Do I want mass illegal immigration? No.
What if the number one name in this country, instead of being a biblical name like David or Christopher or something like it was Muhammad? Wouldn't that bother you?
It's Muhammad.
Wouldn't that Akbar? Wouldn't that bother you if that was the number one name, Muhammad, in the schools? Wouldn't it bother you if every single
Not really.
student? Wouldn't it bother you if every single student in school was majority Muslim Arab, and then you were the minority, the American.
It's a fucking tragedy. God damn it.
That's what's happening in the UK. That's
no,
sad.
the UK is a
That's
fucking
sad.
disaster
What
because of it.
what
bro.
I think is weird as fuck. Yes, obviously.
Not weird, bad, and evil, and
And you're not. But your only concern is not just with like the cultural differences of people. You're also concerned with the racial differences of people.
Yeah, maybe.
all that.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Third worlders. You know, people that aren't Christians. Like, bro, my whole family believes in God and shit.
So only Christians?
What should be
Yeah.
done? Should
Yeah,
we,
if this country you want to get in, you'll be like, you Christian? Yeah? No? Afuera. What are this, that? Oh, you have
But you're not even.
Why?
You're not even really a Christian though.
I believe in that a lot, bro. I
Yeah,
don't
but
have to go to church every Sunday, but I believe in that. I feel like that's when the best society happens, when you have
Why?
that combined, because then society becomes like a cesspool of
I'm just talking about the Christianity part.
indecency. I feel like this culture, think about all the culture, the American culture is vile. The twerking, the ratchetness, ghetto, hood mentality,
It's the best.
fucking
shit.
all that shit, bro. Ghetto as hell. You know?
I mean, atheists don't tend to.
And when you believe in God, you don't tend to be so ghetto. You do,
Oh,
but
you'd
not
be
so much. But
you'd
not
be
so much.
surprised, bro. The ghettos are actually full of people that believe in Christ. They're
Yeah,
less
no,
likely to
but
be
there's a lot of
atheists.
people
That
that
has
believe in God that don't live like that, bro.
Oh, I'd say
Because when you're highly religious, you're not gonna want to live so ghetto.
sure.
You're gonna want to live a little bit more decent.
You mean if you actually have those principles and shit? But I think the vast majority of people just don't have that character.
It's because a lot of people don't have that
Regardless.
discipline to keep up with God and
Yeah.
to pray every day.
But see, that's
a
gonna
lot
happen.
of people don't have that discipline, bro.
Right.
But if you instill that from the kids,
Oh, they'll still be lazy as fuck.
and if you
People are still gonna be lazy
if
as
you
fuck
kind of, like,
and be
instill that-
assholes and do all types of shit.
But if you instill that, bro, and you kind of not force it, but you kind of like, you know,
No,
put
you
it in the schools and stuff, the society's gonna be better, bro.
You're not mandate by law that schools teach religion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would not vote against that. If the option came up on the ballot
Okay.
proof, I would vote for it for sure.
Why?
It's better than what we got now, with all of the
Yeah, but does that mean that it's
all of the weird shit
but
that
does
got going on.
Does that mean that it's what we should do though?
Yeah, I would vote for that. We should do that. More than the way we got it right now.
Yeah,
with
but there's a false dichotomy because it's not like
what
these are
about
the
the
only
woke
two
society?
options.
The woke people.
What
and
about them?
That's bad. That's bad.
That's terrible. I agree. Get rid of that. I mean, to me, that doesn't imply okay. Let's fucking replace it with a goddamn
Replace
religion
it,
in school.
Why not? Yeah, that's a good alternative.
That's not an alternative. That's of value at all. I mean, if you're gonna go back to
Christian
a
values.
theocracy,
That's really what this world needs. This world needs to heal itself. We're going
don't-
through a spiritual war right now.
what exactly is the healing that's gonna come?
If people
From that.
start to vote more populist, more Republican style politicians, and start to accept God more into their life, and slowly we've already seen what globalism and multiculturalism.
What has God done for you?
That God is good, bro. God is good, bro.
But that's a fair question.
God doesn't
though.
gotta do nothing for me, bro.
Okay.
You
So
feel
he.
me?
Okay.
He's not always like that, bro.
I just
It's
don't
a
understand.
serious
I
question.
just don't understand why we gotta throw religion in there as though that's a solution to the issue.
That's a good solution.
How? How is it gonna solve it?
My brother, it could solve a lot of the society that we have. Like the church and the state need to be combined into one, and we need to expel
that's
all of these
un-American.
people, bro.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's really un-American by definition.
Not that we need to force it, but it needs to be more exposure.
More propaganda.
If you're gonna compel it, if you're gonna use taxpayer dollars, right, and fucking spend it on shit like that,
That's kind of like the
But why
fucking
not?
Muslims at Michigan.
Yeah, but why not?
That's no.
well, you
different.
agree with it, so you think it's a great idea, right? It's
I
your
think that
religion.
Christian isn't that being like that isn't that bad. A lot of
Being
these
forced down your
Republicans,
throat.
not necessarily forced down your throat, but just more out there.
If
more,
you're teaching it in schools, I mean, it's forced down your throat, right? Because
Yeah,
what you're
Yeah,
teaching,
but to be honest, I don't think it would be bad to have that.
like if
in,
you're gonna have, for
in
example,
public schools.
You grew up with attending as a Jehovah's Witness, right?
In my family, yeah, from my dad's side.
So in Jehovah's Witness, for example, like a blood transfusion would be a big no-no,
Yeah.
right?
A what?
I actually had a neighbor that was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't
we
allow
asked them
blood
about it is
transfusion.
if your daughter's like dying in a fucking hospital and shit, right? Like, would you? No.
But
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
That was
But
his
let me
answer.
tell you how I don't believe. I'm not Jehovah's Witness, but I did grow up attending Jehovah's Witness.
What's the logic behind that?
That's stupid as fuck.
Like
I
when the
remember
fucking
that.
Pope went up in Africa and told these people that it's a sin to use condoms, right? He went to like the most AIDS-infected place in the goddamn planet, and is like, yeah, you're gonna go to hell if you use these condoms, bro. This is the type of stupidity that I see in a lot of the religious dogma that just doesn't add up, bro.
No way.
When I see,
you're
like-
atheist,
I am, yeah.
so you don't care nothing about that. About
What do you
nothing.
mean I don't care?
So you don't care nothing about God or none of that.
Well, I don't believe in God, so I can't
Yeah,
care
you
about
don't
something
care
I don't
about-
believe
Yeah, I
exists.
hear you. I understand.
What do you understand?
No, that I understand. I understand, you know. Yeah, I get it, bro. I used to not believe that much either. Me and my brothers and my cousins, but now I'm starting to take that more serious. I feel like that is that.
We got faith.
I think I do more than before. Yeah, for sure.
Fair enough. I'm not the classic idea that people, because a lot of people have the idea of an atheist that he's some motherfucker that's going to try to ram atheism down your throat.
Yeah.
How dare you believe in something?
Science. I
That's
don't know.
fucking retarded. I mean, that's a...
But
First
yeah,
of all,
no.
there's no way I could ever get somebody else to stop believing in God. That's just not
They
gonna fucking
want
happen.
You
to
probably
actually
could.
build they were talking. I was saying today about how they're. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to build a statue of Jesus Christ like the same size as the Statue of Liberty, like right next to the Statue of Liberty? And I'm like, she'll be fresh, bro. To be honest,
Be
bro.
lit, bro.
I fuck with that shit. Heavy.
You put him like fucking Sparta kicking Karl Marx into a goddamn
I
pit.
don't know, dog.
You
I
know what I'm
just
saying? Just
I
put
just
that-
feel like the world could be different. I
think
know
it'd be
I know
worse,
it could
bro.
be different. I know the world could be different, and I know that the
It would definitely be worse.
nah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like
We're
a lot of these.
ramming
I feel
religion down
like a lot
people's
of these
throats.
young people need God in their life, for sure.
They should find it then.
For sure, they need God in their life, and
Well,
a lot
why
of
can't
times
they find it
they're not
without
gonna
the...
find. A lot of times you need to
That's
be like,
cap.
look,
That's cap.
What would
what are
you
you talking about? Look at all the people that are locked up. They don't find it.
What would you support as a... Well, if you look on death row, there's... I mean, you find an
Well,
atheist
They
on
get
death row.
looking. They start getting into God already after they get into
Oh, no,
serious
before.
problems. Not always before.
Before, yeah, if you look at the populations where the most crime exists, I mean, you will see the more...
And religious?
The more
Nah.
religious populations, yeah.
You think so?
Statistically, yeah. At least compared to atheism. Now, if you compare it to, like, Islam or some shit, of course, that's just gonna be... I mean, what the fuck else can you expect, right? If the whole idea is like, oh, your daughter, slept with another dude, and instead of, like, repenting for her sins, she ends up getting stoned to death. I
No,
mean,
Islam is way too extreme. Way too.
They are pretty extreme.
Way too. Islam is actually a medieval. It's like a medieval religion.
It's even, it's like 1,000...
No, think about it. It's
less
so
than 1,000
it's
years.
so like backwards.
Oh, yeah, it's way
medieval
back. It's,
in the
it's
way
stuck.
that-
It's really stuck in the past, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can
yeah,
just
for
tell,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. And I.
The thing is that they never changed it, right?
No, they
is-
can't. It's the perfect word of Allah or some shit.
Is that, let me tell you how I
Muhammad.
find that so fascinating. Even though I don't agree with them, and I would consider them, like enemies. A lot of times, yeah. To be honest,
The religion itself.
they're them.
The people themselves, you
Yeah,
mean?
because a lot of times those are the people that do 9/11. Those are the people that
So if they end up...
stab
Look-
and bomb and do
me
all
just-
sorts of terrorist attacks. And even Trump was saying
I mean,
that
you're
they're not
aware
all
that's not
extremists.
everybody, right?
Even Trump was saying that they're not all extremists, but a lot of times it's hard to tell them apart that they all hate America.
Because you
a lot of
mentioned-
them hate America.
Because you mentioned the
For sure.
people, I just want to ask, just to clarify. So, if a Muslim, right, converts to Christianity, and I don't mean on paper, I mean legitimately
Yeah.
converts to Christianity, right? Is that person still a problem to you? Or is he as big a problem to you?
Nah, not. He would be less of a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. it would be better to not have, because at least if you're a third worlder, at least you could be Christian. But damn, if you're Muslim, it's like, you know, that's like fuck.
Yeah, and that's not gonna be a conversion.
It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I completely understand the issues with Islam because, first of all, I agree. I mean, it's fucked.
There's a lot of issues in Islam.
Yeah,
sure.
The religion is.
They need to ban Muslim in this country, is what Trump said.
So
I
it's
don't
a
think we should
fucked
do that,
up.
but
That's what Trump has said numerous times.
I don't agree with that.
He would deny that in a press conference.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that, bro. He wouldn't really.
I think he said that in the press conference.
I didn't say that.
I meant, you know, he'll say something else.
We gotta be careful.
We still haven't seen the Trump effect, but we gotta wait a little more.
You
Maybe
saying
like
he's gonna
in another 8 months, another year?
You saying he's gonna let his, blonde haired nuts hang?
What he's gonna do is that by then, this hopefully inflation, more people will have been deported, more border will have been constructed.
Inflation is gonna be a hard one.
The gas can probably go down a little lower. The gas hasn't gone higher.
The gas he can do. The gas he can fix.
The gas is already at 280, 279 in some places. That's not that bad compared to how it was back then. Back then it was like
It's been the same.
Whenever you go to election time, like gas prices tend to get a little bit lower. They tend to start using reserves and shit and put them out there.
Yeah.
But I know that we're gonna boom. I know we're gonna boom because Trump is not.
Listen, bro. I hope
he's not fucking around, bro.
I hope the best for people.
You voted
bro.
for Trump?
I did.
You and you?
Yes.
Yeah, me too, bro. So we're all on board, but we gotta start thinking about who's gonna be after. I'm so curious to see who's gonna try.
It's
probably gonna be like a socialist guy.
Bro,
No, I'm talking about Republican. What Republican is gonna take the mantle?
Bro,
For sure,
I
JD Vance is gonna try, maybe.
really wanted Alex Jones
Man, I
as
really
the
don't
press
want. I
secretary.
really don't want JD Vance to do anything, bro. I just want Marco Rubio. But JD Vance, I don't like him that much.
If
bro.
Alex Jones was the press secretary, bro, that's it, bro. My life is fine, bro. You know what it is to see the president do a goddamn press conference, and all I'm hearing
You know what it is for you to have
is
been.
Alex.
You know what it is for you to have been born into this country, and to have multiple generations in this country of Americans, of Europeans, and then Americans,
Yeah.
and then for him to marry an Indian and have 2 or 3 Indian kids.
The audacity.
And then for him to be taking a picture in the background of a background Indian setting where it's like
Maybe that was
like,
his.
brother, are
How
you serious?
fucking dare you?
Indians
How
are his
dare
type.
you? How
Indians are
dare
his
you?
type, bro.
Are you serious?
Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about
What's
your
wrong
Guys,
about
that
that?
Nick Fuentes goes off
tell me about your
talking
issue
about
with.
that. Like, I would never vote for you, sir.
Well, I think it was an arranged marriage,
I would never vote for you.
Based off that, just that.
For sure.
because you married an Indian.
I don't like that.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it,
like
bro.
that.
Expand on your dislike. I mean, it has to.
What's wrong with the American women?
Well, just tell me what you dislike about it, right? What makes it a problem?
What happened if you find
What I dislike about it is that he represents our country.
Mm-hmm.
And the elected officials of our country should represent the majority of our country. And the majority of our country look like J.D. Vance and Trump.
Right.
The
Isn't
majority.
Donald Trump's wife.
But what are his policies, though,
But
is what I'm
Donald
saying.
Trump's wife is European, though.
Yeah, but I'm asking, like, what are what does that have to do with his policies?
I know, I hear you, brother. I agree with that. You right about that.
I just the only reason I say that is because, I mean,
I'm taking an America first stance. Why would he marry a foreigner like that?
the audacity.
like-
Look, V, bro, I gotta say the combination of the glasses mixed together with that, I don't know what, a fucking purse, whatever the fuck that shit is. What is,
Sorry.
it's not a purse, it's a satchel. It's a
Yo, so until what time this podcast be?
We're here till 1.
god damn, going in fucking hard.
Yeah, J.D. Vance. I would vote for Marco Rubio, though.
Marco Rubio
Yeah,
is
for sure.
a bad motherfucker.
He the other day he was saying, "Oh, this is a very special Labor Day for me, especially because I have 4 jobs."
God damn.
He has 4 jobs, and then like the finger.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, bro. I'm not really against somebody fucking who they want to fuck. You know.
No, I hear you, but I don't know. Like that's just my take on it. I know a lot of people don't like. I'm not the only one that thinks like that, though.
I'll talk to anyone, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I know, but I'm not No, I'll talk to anybody. Could be my friend, but I will not start a formal relationship with anybody unless they're like me.
I understand, bro.
Sure.
But I could be friends with anybody.
I understand
But that's not a formal relationship
I understand.
with anybody.
I mean, one of the things that, you know, one of the things that happens, bro.
I need to have my kid to look like me. I need to have my kid to be looking like my mom. If I have a daughter, I want my daughter to look like my family.
Well,
like
that's the thing, right? The last thing you want is your wife is out there giving birth and she pops up with a kid that's
doesn't
the
look nothing
exact
like your ancestor.
opposite
Yeah.
of what you look like, because then you know she's fucking dudes up the, you know what I'm saying? Like she's pounding away.
All I'm telling you is that this world.
No loyalty.
You know. I was actually seeing something today. Fuck. I was seeing something
busting all
today
types of nuts with these dudes.
that said that they wrote a book in the 1930s or something like that said that that they wanted all of the races to unite, and that's bad. That's super bad. They wanted it to make it one an earthy race, where everybody's just one race. Like there's no race.
I got you.
That's crazy, and then that's bad. That's actually really bad because then
There's no identity.
there's no uniqueness. There's no uniqueness. We're just gonna be one human race. I feel like that's
I
whack.
mean, we are the human race.
What do you mean? And I feel like a lot of people want us to go towards that one human race, no borders,
A lot of people do want that.
one world government.
Yeah.
Okay, that's whack. Nationalism.
100%.
Nationalism is where's that?
No, it's
Homogenous societies for sure.
I
where's
agree
that?
with being a nation.
You don't believe? Do you know what's one of the few things that Japan gets right? That they're all like,
Whether they're homogenous?
yeah, that's fire. Poland is like that too, fire as fuck.
Yeah.
That's good. That's stuff that I could.
I am not
approve of.
against, you know, fucking the Japanese country remaining full of Japanese people. I mean, that's
Yeah, because-
that seems to me
exactly.
like something that every fucking country should do. It's fucking,
Yeah, every country should do that, but this country's not like that, and Europe is not like that. It's sad for real.
Japan doesn't accept.
I don't
Japan accepts
I don't
other
really
people.
have it on the
Not really.
basis.
No.
Yeah, they do.
I
Not
don't really
no. They
have
actually
it on
kicked
the,
out a lot of foreigners, a lot of African workers that were coming. They said nah, that they.
A lot of different Americans live in Japan.
Yeah, but I'm talking about illegal. I'm talking about my immigration, bro.
Just illegal specifically, right?
Not illegal, but a lot of
They allow people to live there. People get visas and
But
shit.
they've gotten kicked out.
Do you ever get
Like,
accused of being a racist by anyone?
No, bro, I'm not racist, dog.
That's a lie.
I
bro.
just want to be
That's a lie.
America First policy.
Do you think that there's like a genetic differences in inherent genetic differences?
Nah, I feel like yeah, like there's some people that are better to be athletes, and there's some people that are, you know, like a lot of the Vikings or a lot of the Africans are like good athletes. The Jamaicans are super good runners. You see,
I understand that.
you know, that's like really that's good, bro. I fuck with that. And then there's the Europeans that are like hella smart, be able to colonize.
What about
Shit.
the Asians in terms of
The
intelligence?
Asians are also smart as hell too. Smart as
They
hell.
definitely are.
The Asians are smart. The Japanese, bro, Japanese people smart as fuck, bro.
They
Like,
are, bro. Bro, I was watching about Hiroshima. You know what I mean? Just so I could take in the impact of like the bombing. And I saw like this fucking it was this full-blown video with like the best graphics ever, just explaining the bomb step by step. And it's like in the first second that shit blew up, it obliterated I don't know how many motherfuckers. And then it got to the point where it had been a minute since the bomb went off. And I think at that point, over 100,000 people had died. Can you imagine taking 100,000 lives in 1 minute, bro? That has to be the biggest amount of kills in a single minute.
The Jews have never contributed nothing.
The who?
Oh, man.
Oh, the Jews.
The Jews have never contributed nothing good.
Oh, shit.
The Jews have never contributed nothing good. Albert Einstein was a Jew, and what did he invent? What did he invent?
One of the
The
greatest.
theory of relativity.
What did he invent? The atom bomb. He killed a bunch of people.
Oh, he didn't invent the atom bomb. But his physics were necessary to be able to create it.
Yes. Because of him, the atom bomb was created.
But I mean, if you have knowledge, first of all,
That's
knowledge
so
is
dumb, bro.
knowledge is good, right? It now
what I'm trying to tell you is that
That doesn't make them bad, though. What the
nah,
fuck?
bro. I just saw that, and that's what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
What I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes the world, bro, needs to go through a reset.
Dude, I'm starving and I'm cooked.
Would you say it needs to go through a great reset? Or
It needs to go through a, for sure. The world needs to.
The great reset.
should we build back better?
Now, what we need to do is we need to start empowering each other. Like, we need to be more united, bro. Like, people are not united. People don't care about their neighbors. People
agree
don't
with
care
that,
about. I feel like this country sucks in the way that nobody knows. You can live in a big city and you don't know a lot of people.
I
Nobody
feel like
cares
technology
about.
has a big.
Nobody cares
part to
about your neighbor anymore. That sucks, man.
I mean,
Back
I agree.
then-
I agree with you.
Back
on
then,
that,
it wasn't like that.
you know?
Back then, you had more of
a community, bro.
a community. Right now, in this country, you don't have a big sense of community because there's
Technology took that away.
There's too many different groups.
I feel like more people are hooked on their phones or devices,
There's too many different groups.
which
That's why
leads to
nobody
people not
cares
being as social.
about the community.
People are just not as social anymore, I think.
Listen, bro, the truth is, I was born in Kenya. You understand what I mean?
What do you got to say to him?
It's a rough situation, though.
You cooked? I think I'm gonna be out. I wanna eat too, bro.
Bro, I really wanted to hear about the Jews because you were about to hit that
No,
right
that's
there.
that they got
Then he
kicked out of
flaked out.
109
Oh, yeah.
countries.
Right.
Right.
And
That's
that-
it? That makes them horrible?
Yeah, they're not.
Well, it could have been 110, you know. So.
They're not good people. Let me tell you. According to a lot of
Tell me, bro. Tell me.
people, they're very critical of the Jews.
Who do you have in mind?
Didn't the Jews kill Jesus Christ?
I was there.
Dog, the Jews literally killed Jesus Christ. And then the ones that killed Jesus Christ specifically
Right.
were the Romans. And then the ones that got ordered by... The Jews were the ones that ordered the Romans to kill them. And that's why I feel like throughout history, both of those people got so bad. Like, the Romans lasted for more than 1,000 years, but then they got extinct at the end. And then the Jews, the Holocaust and all the things that happened to them, I feel like that's because they fucked with Christ. They killed Christ. That's why I can never trust a Jew, dog. They killed God. They don't fuck with God. Even the Muslims are much better than the Jews in regards that they fuck with, they respect, they actually believe in God and Jesus Christ.
God
The
damn.
Jews don't believe in none of that.
In Christ, no. I mean, by
At
definition.
all. The Muslims
Yeah.
do. And they respect
they
Christ.
just believe that he was there.
But
Right?
I mean, the
He's
Bible,
not he's just a prophet.
the New Testament. I mean, the New Testament is the product of.
That's why I respect that. And you know what? If it was up to me, forget about Israel. Forget about Israel. Kingdom of Jerusalem. Both Christians and Muslims. And the Jews,
What do you
somewhere else. I don't know. Diluted.
What do you plan to do?
That's what it would be better. If the United States were to take over,
Are
they
you
would build
coming-
a
Are you
a Trump.
considering a final solution of sorts here?
That would be... I would like that instead
Oh,
of...
shit,
I would
this
like that instead
motherfucker.
of...
Holy shit!
Instead of Israel
a
Yeah.
final
or
solution.
Palestine, no, I'll take out Israel.
You're free Palestine, right?
And I'll take out Palestine, and I'll just make that area Kingdom of Jerusalem or whatever.
Okay.
Christians
What about the Palestinians?
and Muslims, they'll be there. Yeah, they're Muslims. They'll be there.
So free Palestine.
Yeah, free Palestine
Gotcha.
and free and but introduce Christianity though,
Gotcha.
and then the Jews could get expelled, and that's it.
But you where are the?
Or no, the Jews could actually be in there. I believe in they were all in there. The Kingdom of Jerusalem, all the religions were allowed. That would be better, bro. To be honest.
Hey, listen, man.
Instead of having
I mean,
Israel
isn't
saying
that how it is now?
No, what are you talking about? The Israel is super strict. They have crazy border walls and they don't let the Muslims.
Don't Muslims live in Israel?
This guy's burnt. Muslims live in Palestine.
There are Muslims that live in Israel.
Yeah, there is. What are you talking
But not
about?
that much, bro.
There is though.
Not really.
There's some of them in government.
They allow Muslims.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
Isn't it Israel the Jewish state?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, but
how
they
are
allow Muslims though. Muslims live there.
I mean, I agree that there's some. I mean, even in the communities, like you'll see like fucked up shit that happens to Muslims.
You know what
and
nobody
being treated
talks
like
about?
shit.
Nobody
I
talks
sure,
about the
I'm-
60 million, or nobody talks about all of the Christian murders that happened in Armenia, or
Oh yeah.
they
but-
only talk about the Holocaust.
right.
Why? Because of the Jewish propaganda.
Well,
That's why.
I-
Nobody talks about all the way more millions of Christians got killed than Jews, and it wasn't even no 6 million. A lot of people say that it's 271,000.
I wish they would talk a lot more about the fucking the goddamn communist atrocities. You know, the goddamn communists only like bringing up Hitler. But the truth is, I mean, fucking Mao killed way more people.
Yeah,
Stalin killed
they
way more
never
people.
talk about the Armenian massacre of the Christians. That's crazy, dog. I'll look it up right now. That was
I know it happened. There's no doubt about that.
It's all bad, of course.
Yeah, the communists don't like when you bring up their massacres.
I mean, I don't. It's literally the number one thing to just end the argument with. Like, they don't want to hear that, bro.
They really don't, man.
There's no. What else are they gonna say to that? Bro?
They start with denial.
Yeah, all type of weird, funny shit.
I have a historian that agrees with me or some shit. He's also a Marxist.
Yeah.
Damn, 1 million. The finger.
I mean, yeah, it's bad too. I mean, the Holocaust was bad too.
Yeah, but it wasn't no 6 million. I
don't believe the Holocaust actually
Bro, I was there.
No, I believe the Holocaust happened, but I believe that most likely it got over-exaggerated.
You think it was kind of like a spa? Like they were just chilling?
Maybe. I feel like sometimes those chambers weren't gas chambers and they're really bathhouses that they used
It
to
was perfume.
No, listen, what I think is that maybe... I don't think they killed 6 million. You know how hard is it to kill 6 million people? I think they probably most likely...
It takes a while, doesn't it?
How long did that last?
Yeah.
I believe more than 271,000.
Well, I gotta be honest with you.
That's more believable.
Yeah, well, if I were to tell you like a comparable situation, like Stalin, for example, in Ukraine, ended up killing about 6 million people in the Holodomor, right, in a single year.
Yeah.
How long was the concentration camps going on?
It was a lot cheaper than the way Hitler did it.
No, the Russians killed off a lot of because Russia is so big that it has a lot of different ethnic groups, and they killed off a couple of
you gotta understand
minorities.
And of course, like Hitler and Stalin at first, they were so buddy I mean, they loved each other. I mean, they could almost kiss, right? They even taught the Germans some interesting strategies. The sardine.
Hitler should have never invaded.
That was a
Russia.
stupid idea.
That's the stupidest shit ever. And he should have never even invaded. Hitler should have only taken the Czech Republic, Poland, and made the former German Empire, which was much bigger than current day Germany right now, and then justify by saying that this is former German territory and that's it. But he did too much.
In terms of like military strategy, invading Russia,
he did way too much. He did way too much.
As you're in a war with the West.
Now they learned, all of the modern leaders now, they all learned from past mistakes, and now they do a lot of proxy wars and they do a lot of
Hitler did not.
Like Russia, instead of just...
There's bombs now, nukes now.
Hitler did not learn from his past mistakes, though. That was an issue, bro. Because
Hitler could have learned from a lot of people.
Bro, Napoleon made the same mistake.
Hitler, you know what it is? It's too much overreach. Way too much.
It was ridiculous, bro.
Getting way too overconfident, to be
honest.
And
it was the same problem, bro. The same problem of we get there, we're kicking your ass, and next thing you know, it's winter.
Yeah. And then the winter fucked us up bad.
Damn.
Yeah, because the winter there lasts for months, and then it took them months to travel. So then imagine.
They weren't prepared.
The Germans were doing their main strategy, their most successful strategy, which was pretty fucking
the Germans were so
well
efficient,
thought out.
dog.
It was the Blitzkrieg.
No, but think about it. The Germans were so efficient because if you really think about it, the Axis powers were Germany, Italy, Japan. Who else? Was it Hungary? There was like other Baltic countries, I forgot, those little countries.
Mm-hmm.
Versus every other country in the world, and they almost won. That's why I'm like, damn, these Russians
almost.
They literally almost won. What are you talking about? The only reason that they won was
almost?
What do you mean? Yes, the Germans almost won. What are you talking about? They were killing a lot of
they weren't gonna beat
people
us, bro.
They were the only reason that they won, that the Allies won, is because of a few mistakes, bro, like Japan.
I mean, invading Russia was a big one. If the
invading
actual
Russia
strategy was winning,
and Japan bombing Pearl Harbor,
that was a fucking
stupid as fuck.
That was ridiculously
Why
retarded.
did they even do that? Like, what was the purpose?
That was a terrible
because
idea.
they thought that they were gonna fuck up with their South China Sea, they controlled all of that area, and they didn't want none of these people that were close to Hawaii to be coming to that area. So they're like, oh, fuck it, we're going to bomb them before they come to us.
The U.S. did used to, like, rape Japan, like, economically in terms of force. Like, they would just pull up, be like, yo, you're going to trade with us. Japan was like, we don't trade with anybody. Leave us the fuck alone. We don't fuck with anyone.
If it was if
the
Nazi
U.S. was
Germany
like, no, do
won,
it, bitch.
If Nazi Germany would have won, Japan would have controlled all of that area. The United States would still be around.
I think it did better after.
Nah, I think that...
Before or after Hiroshima?
After Hiroshima.
It builds character, doesn't it? It builds character.
That does, I mean, listen, bro, that does suck.
Japan?
Though, bro.
No,
But what did Japan expect, bro?
Probably not that. Probably not that shit. That shit was
bombs
wild.
on us, bro. What? Are you crazy?
That was
That's not.
But you gotta admire the balls these guys got, though. I mean, to just invade Pearl Harbor, and also the balls on their soldiers, bro.
Yeah, it's
the kamikazes,
yo,
bro. These guys were not doing it for some religious shit. They were doing it because they were about that life.
Yeah,
that's patriotism for real.
At its finest.
You gotta admire that, bro.
Nah, 100%.
It reminds me of the video of the Buddhist burning himself.
Damn, for real.
You know, just straight up committing suicide. There's this video of a Buddhist monk, right? And he sets himself on fire. He's protesting the communist regime. I think it was Vietnam or some shit. You know, because when you're in communism, there's not much to do to protest. And you're a single man. This motherfucker lit himself on fire. Killed himself. Bro, he was in a meditative position there. He did not move once.
The whole time.
Not once. No movement. Can you imagine burning to death and not making a single movement?
That seems impossible.
God damn, that is some next level self-control. I mean, you really have no attachment.
We kind of gotta...
Yeah, let's wrap it up, bro. We've been...
Yeah. Well...
So you're gonna kiss the wall is what I'm hearing.
Eventually.
You're gonna...
Nah, never that.
We'll be back.
Never gonna do no.
Swag, we're out, guys.
Peace out, guys.